this right here is not a preview. I need to let it go. Yeah. Now this right here is not a preview of what the album gon' bring you, or nothing like that. Sharing things I think quietly with those that admire me. Remember MTV Diary, it's something like that. I wear my heart up on my sleeve and I bleed for you. Cooking beats, hoping to reach like each one you. When I release, trust if you feel like my shit is weak. When you see me on the street to speak, I refund you. The sample was yelling, loop me. Miss Hill, please don't sue me. Cause I ain't one of these rappers out here frontin' like you got it, nigga. I ain't fucking got it, nigga. Throwing thousands in the strip club with Drizzy. Difference is I'm throwing 4, he throwing 50. Lord forgive me, bitches saying you a rapper, nigga. Ain't you supposed to tip more? I don't see no pussy, baby. Ain't you supposed to strip more? Confessions of a cheap ass nigga. But I finally put my mama in that E-class nigga. And I told her quit a job or hold your horses. If my next album flop, it's back to the post office. Both of us shit. They saying that's a real possibility. The thought alone is killing me. I think I need to let it go. I think I need to let it go. I think I need to let it go. Ass nigga, but I finally put my mama in that E-class nigga. And I told her quit a job or hold your horses. If my next album flop, it's back to the post office. Both of us shit. They saying that's a real possibility. The thought alone is killing me. I think I need to let it go. I need to let it go. I think I need to let it go, let it go, let it go. I think I need to let it go. Cause nothing even matters. Anticipating rain, I can't make the same mistakes again. Them 90s niggas raped the game and left us with a battered and bruised bitch with a few kids. The pussy loose, but the truth is I love her though she ain't perfect, but who is? Ho saying Cole, you is. Don't be silly, ma, cause really I'm just a born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Cold summer, I predict another winter, cause I'm finna drop knowledge like a 5%er. Fuck the Build-A-Bird, nigga, show 'em God sent ya. Rhyme with the skill as if Nas winter. College on scholarship, met pockets, said I'm down with ya. And when they wasn't writing rhymes, they fucking line sisters. Puffin' on swishers, what's up Milan? Every time I drop, I get the net popping like LeBron swishes. K told me kill ya and I gotta respect my mind wishes. When I let go, that's how my mind switches. No looking back, don't even wanna see my prime pictures. Pardon the rhyme scheme, I guess I'm long-winded. Let me switch it now, back to Hell's Kitchen now. Up in Hoover office like he the fucking principal. Put me in with Stargate, that shit was like detention now. Just telling my story, so dissing ain't my intention now. Drop a couple hits and all the dummies pay attention now. A shame when you learn the ins and outs of the game and reminisce on Lil Jermaine in the South. Rapping out loud with all the niggas that's cool to you, just to realize that all them niggas was fooling you. And they ain't who they say they were. Talk about the streets, but nigga, they ain't really where they were. Acting just like they were. But who am I to judge? That's neither here nor there. Just know I know my nigga. I just like being aware. If I had one wish, I would fuck 10 to men at the same time and put name tags on their titties so I don't get their names wrong. Screaming game on, like Wayne's World, that just came on. I'm rambling now, 5 days to finish the album, I'm scrambling now. Took a break from sampling now, just to say a few words to this bitch named Summer. June to make 4 years since I gave you my number. The warm-up dropped, I got hot, you called it a classic. And Jay dropped auto-tune, you wanted them back, shit, play my position. The whole while still wishing. A year later, Drake put his key in your ignition, and I told my fellas, I dropped Friday Night Lights in the winter just to make her jealous. Wanted to drop the album in the summer, but the label didn't think that they could sell it. Recoup the first week, I think it ain't shit they can tell us. Do you agree? Been a long time coming, this thing between you and me. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I think I need to let it go, let it go, let it go. They say I need to let it go. Cause nothing even matters. Yeah. June 25th. Born Sinner. Bitch.
Way down deep inside of me, and it breaks my heart.
Hey.
And it breaks my heart.
Yeah. Get paid a pretty penny for my thoughts. I'm hard away with grandma, I'm hot. They only care about a nigga when he handle the rap, or when he dishing the pill, or when he gripping the steel. Bailing out my brother, tell the lawyer get the appeal. With a flick of the pen, write the check and he out. 2 years later he be at my shows checking me out. Know he proud of little bro and how my records be out. Flashbacks to childhood when he was decking me out. Now it's clear Lil Maine is the best MC out. Hands down, flow water, can't drown. I flow farther, go harder, cold smarter. Shout out the fiends and queens, I'm team no daughters. I seen it all at this young age. The only thing left to do is die and hit front page. Should I knock on wood and pray like God forbid these hoes be popping pills, these niggas be popping shit, bitch? Pac on the mic in his prime. They only care about a nigga when he writing a rhyme. What? Kenny Lofton, you feeling my pace? They only care about a nigga when he's still in the base. It's like I'm whipped still, I'm fucking them all. They only care about a nigga when he dunking the ball, man. And to break my heart, the world's stage, I just play my part. Just caught fire like a young Richard Pryor with unforgettable quotes. They only care about a nigga when he telling a joke, or when he selling his dope. They tell the reverend man I'd rather get to heaven with coke than live in hell and be broke. Shout out the black man who beat the odds by yelling for hope. Today he asked if I could Twitter y'all and tell you to vote. My nigga, how could I? Knowing what I know, it's a game of charades, masquerade for the dough. Read the teleprompter, these niggas is actors on the low. Yeah, I voted for the nigga cause he got the best show. Like I got the best flow. On your mark, set, go. Mama got us out the hood, but we still get toe. Yo, I seen it all at this young age. The only thing left to do is die and hit front page. Should I knock on wood and pray like God forbid these hoes be popping pills, these niggas be popping shit, bitch? Pac on the mic in his prime. They only care about a nigga when he writing a rhyme. What? Kenny Lofton, you feeling my pace? They only care about a nigga when he's still in the base. It's like I'm whipped still, I'm fucking them all. They only care about a nigga when he dunking the ball, man. And to break my heart, yeah. Stage, I just play my part.
Look, I tell you wouldn't know the truth if it was right there in your face. See, I can't explain the feeling when the feds around your place. In that PJ Rose, I drink that shit there by the case. Like somebody pray for me, Reverend Ron, Pastor Mace. See, I do this for my homie, he got caught with assault 8. When I say assault 8, yeah, that's 2 less than 10. If they let him out today, he gon' do it all again. Say he lost the first time, and won't stop until he wins. Street life, I had you drunk, I'm talking serious gin. Yeah, we screaming Scarface, but we all know how that ends. Every word is like dope, you can snort it like lines. If I said it, then I meant it, they reciting every line. If I had to write a book, it would be the life and times. Every verse is that work, you can weigh it like them nines. See, I lost a lot of niggas and it broke my heart. Life's a stage, I just played my part. Yeah.
Pac on the mic in his prime. They only care about a nigga when he writing a rhyme. What? Kenny Lofton, you feeling my pace? They only care about a nigga when he's still in the base. It's like I'm whipped still, I'm fucking them all. They only care about a nigga when he dunking the ball, man. stage, I just play my part.
And it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart. I'm hurt much more than you'll ever know. Because I still love you so. But even though you hurt me. Ooh, yeah. I've been doing my own thing. Love is always a way of having bad timing. But to my great surprise, ever since I looked in your eyes, I had one question for you. Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. I wanna make it good for you. 'Cause you blow my mind. I promise, girl, that I'll be true. You're the perfect find, so tell me if you want me to. Yeah, if you thought I'd sleep on this.
What's going on, chat? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? I said pause. Yo, what's up, man? What's good? What's good? Yo, shout out real quick to Toya for the $2 super chat. Feliz cumpleaños. Be blessed. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out Chris for the $2 super chat. Happy birthday, you beautiful SOB. Appreciate you, dog, as usual. Man, shout out to everybody. Yo, my bad. I had to put the stream back a little bit, but I was trying to eat, guys. I was trying to eat. And my goddamn food didn't even get here yet, bro. My food didn't even get here. So I'm going to have to eat after I stream because I didn't want to push it back again. But it's all good. You know, I'm going to be drinking until then. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be all right. I'm in denial. I'm fucking hungry, but I'm gonna be all right. Happy early birthday, Unc. Let's have a great Jesus Christ. I don't get it. Yo, I don't get it. So yes, I am 31, right? I'm 31. I know I'm not young, but I'm not old either. It's crazy. Because when I was a kid, I never thought 30 was old. I don't know what's going on with this new goddamn generation thinking everything over 23 is old. 30 was old. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on with this. That's what I'm saying. 31 is so like I have a lot of life to live. I thought you were 32. Nah. 31. I don't understand. 31. That's what I'm saying. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. We have a really fun stream lined up for you guys. So, well, I have a fun stream. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. I'm doing call-ins again. So if you guys want to pull up to the stream, if there's anything that you want to talk about, anything you agreed with me on, disagreed, if you just want to say happy birthday. Wait, hold up. Traylon is calling me, so delayed echo. Hold up. Okay. Anything you agreed with me on. I got you. My bad. That's my fault. Am I good now? Good? All right, cool. That was my bad. So in order for me to check the stream, I always pull up the stream like on the side, and sometimes I forget to mute it, so that's my bad. I don't even know what the fuck was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, call-ins. If you guys want to call in the stream, like I said, if there's anything you want to say to me, anything you want to talk about, if you just want to say happy birthday, whatever, even if you disagree with me on something, that's totally fine. But if you want to call in, make sure you hit the link that I've pinned in the chat. It should still be pinned. Yes, it is. So yeah, make sure you join. Only thing you have to do is just select your camera, which if you're joining in from your phone, it'll be, you know, your front facing camera or whatever. And then that's it. You said volume could be louder? That's interesting. All right, I got you. 1 sec. Let me turn up the gain. Let's see. I don't know. It's like some people, I hear people say, oh, I was just far from the mic. That's my bad. It's because I'm standing up. All right, let me sit back down. My bad. My boss. Yeah, there we go. Better? We good, right? Guys, we have so much to talk about today. So much to talk about. To be honest with you, I don't even know where to start. That's how much shit we have to talk about today. I guess I'll just give you a quick rundown. So first thing that we're going to talk about is Myron once again. He's talking, I think he's speaking with DJ Academics at this point. There's a 5-minute clip that we're going to go over. We're going to talk about Andrew Wilson. We're going to talk about Diddy and this Kid Cudi situation. What else? We have a lot. We got to talk about an OnlyFans model, pop the balloon, etc., etc., etc. Man. But anyway, going back to my age, man. Let me just say, I do feel blessed to be 31, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that don't even make it this far, so I feel happy that I've even made it this far. I have a good life. I have a wonderful wife. I have a great job. I have you guys. Like I think I'm doing all right in life, man. I'm really happy to have come along this far. And it's funny because when I was in college, even high school, the future scares the living shit out of you. It really does. It scares the living shit out of you, man. I never thought, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do, like in terms of work. But here I am with a good job amongst other things and living on my own. At one point, I didn't even think I'd be here. So I'm just happy, I guess. But again, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody, man. Thank you so much to everybody that's pulling up. Yo, Logix, what's up, bro? I am forever Red Pill content. Oh, we gonna cover some Red Pill content today. You know I can't talk to you guys without giving you the bullshit. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. So we got to talk about our good friend Myron Gaines, guys. Again. Yes, we have to. Because he recently went on DJ Academics podcast and they started talking about DDG and Halle Bailey, however you say her name. I don't fucking know. Why not just fucking call her Haley, okay? Halle. So many people got on my ass for saying her name wrong. I'm sorry, okay? It's stupid. I even think Halle Berry is dumb. Sorry. Gosh. Shout out to Logic. He said, happy earlier B-Day, my boy. I'm going to be out at sea shaking ass on the actual day. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for pulling up because I know you're busy today, so thank you. Oh, I know you're going to be shaking some ass. Look, if you guys don't know this, right? Logix is a dancer. He's a dancer. And Logix be throwing that ass. Like he used to have a separate YouTube channel just for twerking. Like it was weirdest thing I've ever seen. But I was like, hey man, if that's what you want to do, let me stop before before people actually believe me. I'm gonna have people in this man chat talking about something, throw some ass. Defamation. My bad. Have people in this, man. My bad. All right. Let's get into this first interview here. This is Myron, like I said, Myron and DJ Academics. It says, oh wait, I guess that's pretty much it. But let's just see what our good friend has to say about the DDG situation.
Me and DDG don't even get along. We've had problems. But I'll be fucking damned if I'm going to just like sit here and be like, I don't like this nigga, so I'm going to side with the bitch. Hell no, bro. She lied. He didn't, bro. This nigga didn't beat his chick. Here's the thing. Women are devious like that. She's mad that he has girls. She's mad that he streams with girls. She's mad that his son is on camera.
Of course, a lot of women
she's mad about all this shit.
You know it's crazy though? I'm not even saying that this can't be true. I'm not saying that. I feel like a lot of people, when I made my video about Myron's dumbass take on this situation, I feel like a lot of people thought that I was saying that Hallie couldn't be like just a terrible person that's using DDG's baby as leverage. I wasn't fucking saying that. I wasn't saying that. I literally, in the goddamn video that I made about this situation, I specifically said she could be a terrible person. I don't know. I just don't have evidence. And so therefore I cannot confidently say this woman is lying. She did X, Y, and Z. I don't know. I also don't know DDG. So it's when you don't know something, it is crazy to defend somebody that you don't even like because you just hate women that much. That was my only point.
A lot of women, when they have a child, think that you're the babysitter and it belongs to them.
Yep, exactly.
Right? You know, like they don't want to.
You're the sperm donor and you get no decisions. And here's the other thing too.
Yo, like, she wrote in court documents, he wants to take my child and not tell me when I'm getting him back.
And look.
I'm sorry. Am I stupid? Because if you're co-parenting, the other parent should know when you are getting their child back. Like, I would want to know when I'm getting my child back. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, that's how this works. You cannot just randomly take our child and be gone a day or 2, 12 hours without me knowing where the hell he is. I have a right to know. Why did DJ Academics say like that was something so blasphemous and so crazy? Yes. If I am their parent, I need to know where the hell they are. That's just common sense. What are you talking about?
Basically saying the child belongs with me. You get him sometimes. You could get him for a weekend, but make sure you bring back him Monday 8.
And let me tell you this too. Let me put my clan on hood for a second.
Oh, Jesus
Bro,
Christ.
Black women, they think, oh, this is why niggas don't want to be with the kids. They think, oh, it's my kid. I'm going to do what I want to do. And there's no respect for male authority, like in the black community, bro. And this is a perfect example of that. He's clearly a good father, clearly takes care of his kid. Hey, he loves his kid.
Shout out to Chris for the $2 super chat. Could be worse. Be like Sky Jackson. Oh, God, that Sky Jackson situation. God, I don't even know. Yeah, I ain't even going to talk about that because that's just stupid. But let me rewind it back a little bit.
And there's no respect for male authority. Like, they don't want to be with the kids. They think, oh, it's my kid. I'm going to do what I want to do. And there's no respect for male authority.
There's no respect for male authority. I'm sorry, just because I'm the opposite sex just because I'm the opposite sex from you, like I'm a male, that doesn't necessarily mean I automatically have authority. What the fuck are you talking about? And if that, whatever works for you in your relationship, that works for you. But saying like, oh, you're undermining male authority, what the fuck are you, like, what are you talking about, bro? I thought, again, how many times have I said this, chat? I thought relationships, I thought marriages, I thought this was all a partnership. I don't want my wife to look at me as some fucking male authority that makes all of the decisions. No, that's dumb. What are you talking about?
Like in the black community, bro. And this is a perfect example of that.
Yo, Sandra in the comments made a fucking valid point. If DDG wanted custody, he would have filed paperwork. That's what I'm saying. I agree.
He's clearly a good father, clearly takes care of his kid. Hey, he loves his kid.
I can't even, that's fucking crazy. What he just said was crazy. He's a good father. He takes care of his kid. I don't know that. You don't know that. You cannot say that. You genuinely do not know that. I don't know if DDG is a good father or not because I don't know him. I don't know. For all I know, he could be doing some crazy shit behind the scenes. Like, you never know what people are doing to their children. Not saying that DDG is a bad father. I'm just simply saying I do not know. Yo, I don't know if you guys remember this, and maybe somebody in the chat could tell me. There was a woman, right? There was a woman. She had a fucking family. She unfortunately, her and the dad got them two and the entire family into a cult, right? And everybody thought this was the most perfect family, blah, blah, blah. And this woman was fucking abusing those children. Like, the children literally escaped, went to a neighbor's house, and the children were dirty, malnourished. Like, they had bruises and sores, and everybody thought they were just the fucking perfect family. You would have never known. God, now I need to think of the name. There was a documentary on them and everything. But yes, Ashley, the Ruby. See, thank you, Ashley. I knew somebody in the chat knew. Yes, Ruby lady. Yeah, you just never know. And again, I'm not saying this is the case with DDG. I'm just saying I don't know because I don't know the nigga personally. You just never know with these people.
He wants to be there. He's fighting to get his kid. This chick is over here. Nah, I don't want you to see your kid. And then the part that pissed me off the most. Leverage. Here's the other part that pissed me off the most. Again, me and DDG are enemies. But what she did is vile. She got a restraining order against him. That impedes his ability to get a gun and protect himself.
Wait.
Ever she got.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused here because what did DDG say that he needs a gun to protect himself from what? See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, what hood booger shit are y'all up to where y'all think you need guns 24/7? What are you up to? Did DDG say, Chad, do you know if DDG said anything? Is he in danger? Does he need a gun? Not saying that, you should just have a gun if you're in danger. I'm just saying, but he specifically said he can't protect himself. Protect himself from what? God.
That's true.
That's what they can't protect himself or his son. He's got to get security who is going to have the same stake. That's what pissed me off because I know as someone that has a restraining order on you, you can't get a gun, bro.
That's true.
That's when I was like, fuck this bitch. Like, this is ridiculous. I gotta say.
So because she put a restraining order on DDG and he can't get a gun, you said fuck this bitch. You didn't say, well, did he really beat her? No, you didn't say that. Instead, you said he doesn't give off women beater vibes. That's what you said. You said which I don't know what the fuck that means. Because, again, I said this in the video. I'm sure that OJ didn't give off woman beater vibes. And, well, we know what happened. Please don't say OJ was innocent. And if Moosey says it in the chat, just he trolling. But you guys understand what I'm saying. Yes, OJ was beating his wife, okay? Everybody thought he was innocent. You just never know.
Son.
And by the way, and what's going to happen next to that, and some people have called me the Oracle, and I hate that I was right in this situation, but
niggas gonna call me a racist in the chat.
Yo, we know what's happening next. If this ain't successful, let me tell you this: she only filed this shit because women love winning the public narrative. They love the ain't shit dad, the single mom who's doing whatever she got to do.
Doesn't Academic still? Doesn't he still have a weird case? Whatever happened to that woman that apparently, supposedly got raped on his property? What happened to that case? Does anybody know?
Start saying he's not that bad of a guy. You look like you're trying to leverage the kid because he's not complying, and you've seen with other women. So she put look. Think about this.
She wants him to be a degenerate, like not want to be father so
she
bad.
Had pictures from January. She only chose to use them now. Why? She mentioned in the affidavit and the application for the.
Hey, yo, god damn, yo, real quick, shit. This man's pants. Why are your pants so goddamn tight? God damn, look how tight they are, bro. Let me zoom in on that shit really quick. It's like his jeans are a part of his skin. Nigga, are you wearing the Venom symbiote? Why are your pants so goddamn tight? Yo, chat. Yo, let me know in the comments. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is it that Myron has a yeast infection? Bro, yo, you gotta let that coochie breathe, man. You gotta let that coochie breathe. Yes, why the fuck are you wearing jeggings? Ridiculous.
Domestic violence restraining order. She said, and it's a temporary restraining order. Now they're going to have to go to court for the permanent one. But still, she says, I follow this after he went on stream. Like when you're seeing shit like that in the
Yeah, bro.
and he weaponized his audience. She has exhibits of like 30 tweets.
Oh, niggas just cooking her?
Yes, and she said he sent them. And you know what she says?
But he's laughing. But if I'm Hallie, right, and I see that DDG is saying all this shit about me in tweets, and I'm riling up my audience, can't she legitimately make that argument that he is essentially sending her fans or putting his fans in a frenzy, even though that he didn't like just say, hey guys, go on her profile and say X, Y, and Z. But I mean, you know, he has a fan base. He's saying he's tweeting shit. So I mean, that's not really too far-fetched to me. Let me read these super chats. Shout out to comedian guy Hannah for the $2 super chat. Happy birthday, son. Thank you so much. I do not know how to pronounce what that is at the beginning, but thank you so much. And shout out to Chris for the $5 super chat. Anyone who starts a sentence with let me put my clan hat on, his opinion immediately goes in Mr. Slave from South Park. But yes, agreed, Chris. Jesus, man.
He's playing victim. When they play victim, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it.
What's up,
so
Ray?
Here's the next step, and I hope I'm not right about this one. If this don't
Bro,
work,
she can't make the argument. She's a celebrity, bro. Niggas gonna fry her anyway.
Well, you got to realize, here's
What
the
is she,
thing.
the nigga maid?
Well,
bro, we don't want a black mermaid. Niggas been cooking her for years.
I like how he stop it. I like how he says we don't want a black mermaid. Why do you don't care about the Little Mermaid, bro? You don't care. I don't care about the Little Mermaid. You know why? Because we're not 4-year-old girls. I don't know. You may have the mind of a 4-year-old girl. You most certainly have the fucking pants of a 4-year-old girl. But I don't watch the Little Mermaid enough to have a dog in this fight. You want to make the Little Mermaid black, Asian, Hispanic? Okay. What the fuck am I going to do? I don't care. Like, I do not understand. The only time there, I don't even think a race change has ever bothered me, especially with fucking fictional characters. I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care. I genuinely do not care. Ariel is white. Ariel is a fucking mermaid. She's a mermaid. Mermaids do not exist. Like, why the fuck are we having this conversation? I don't consume enough of Disney or The Little Mermaid to give a damn.
Here's the problem, though.
Said Ice Age.
Yo, here's the problem. DDG is like most men in America. My man Leaf know about this. A lot of men in America are good fathers.
Woo! You do not know that. That is a crazy fucking claim to make. You cannot say that. Because I know a crap ton of ain't shit fathers out here. What are you talking about?
Love their kid, but they don't want to go to court.
Yeah.
DDG,
or they don't got the money to fight it to go to court. That's another one.
I said to DDG months ago, I said, DDG,
you did.
Don't come online and talk about it. Go to court.
Yeah.
She beat him to the punch. She got a domestic violence. She basically got temporary custody just off beating him to court.
Because look, I mean, and this goes back to what Sandra said in the chat, because that's true. If you really had a problem with what was going on and you felt like she was trying to do X, Y, and Z, why the fuck didn't you take her ass to court instead of bitching online? That was stupid. Whoever is in your corner, whoever is advising you, they're telling you to move stupidly, or you're just not listening to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he thought she would have been like, no, let's be amicable, blah, blah, blah. She couldn't win the public narrative, and she said, let me put the courts on you. And here's the thing. If she can't, the next thing she's going to use it for an arrest. And also, here's the thing, too. I think the DA might look into this because she said proudly in the thing. She says, I have the ring footage of him doing A, B, and C. She's trying to get the DA to look into it. The next thing, if that don't work, if all else fails, she's going to claim that he's abusive to the kid. I guarantee it. And I hope that don't happen.
Again. Like I said,
when a woman looks at a kid as that's my property and you're the babysitter, trust. They got
all I gotta say,
but I'm sure that's
Hallie, you know it's fucking bad when the op is defending him. You're a fucking piece of shit for that. The dude wants to see his kid. I hope he gets his kid back. regardless of our different.
But Myron, you defending him doesn't mean jack shit because you hate women more than you hate your ops. Like, it has nothing, like, you have, Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to say anymore because the thought alone is just so fucking asinine to me. Just imagine hating women so much that you are willing to defend your ops when you have absolutely no proof. That's fucking crazy. Shout out to Brandon Livingston for the $10 super chat, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Myron at this point is grasping at any ounce of attention he can get. He's as bad as the OF models he argues with. Couldn't agree more. Chad Harvey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. What type of boots he have on? They look trash as AF. Side note, happy birthday. Thank you so much, dog.
I hope the man gets the kid back because I can see that he's a good father.
What's up, Tristan? Thank you.
So yeah, bro, fucking ridiculous. And the fact that like the restraining order, that's the lowest blow. The guy is a fucking famous rapper. People try to rob him in LA. He can't even fucking defend himself.
Okay, so all right, he keeps talking. He keeps talking about a restraining order, but he's not talking about what possibly led up to the fucking restraining order. What about the bruises? What about her chipped tooth? What about the evidence that she's providing? You're telling me you are not looking at this and you are not saying, well, maybe he did it. Maybe he did. There's a possibility, but there's also a possibility that she could be lying. You don't know. That he's still on this shit. I still don't understand how he still has his dog shit ass take with these tight ass yeast infection ass pants. Like, this is crazy.
Because your dumb ass is mad over him streaming with some bitches on Twitch?
Yeah.
Incredible, bro. Incredible. So yeah, man, I hope he gets his kid back. Like I said, I still make fun of him every now and then, but bro, until he gets his kid back, I ain't gonna roast him, bro. I hope he gets his kid back. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, we'll see how all these
I just gotta come to his defense now, because this dumbass mermaid.
Yeah.
Low IQ.
There's really nothing else to say about that besides, yes, it's very, very much low IQ activity there. I just, like, nigga, what the fuck are you actually talking about, bro? God damn. Yo, Tronj, thank you so much, bro. Shout out to you for the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Happy birthday to you, WattsTV. I hear you get a lot of Diddy baby oil or Aaron the plumber baby. What? No. From Moosey? Nah, Moosey ain't send me no baby oil this time around. That was a gift last year. But nah. No baby oil. The price on baby oil went up. I am not partaking. No, and I don't even want to do anything that Diddy is even remotely interested in. And we're going to get into that situation later. We got to talk about some more goddamn red pill stupid shit. This was so fucking funny, chat. Andrew Wilson. He basically, so if you guys don't know, the woman that goes by the name of Naima, I think, my apologies if I pronounced your name wrong, but this is I don't know if she's black or whatever, but she is a debater. She's a liberal. Like, I've seen her on Jubilee a lot. I've seen a lot of her content. So she was having a debate with Andrew Wilson on the whatever podcast, and they talked about a numerous amount of different crap. Like, this goddamn debate was 3 hours and 48 minutes long. There's only one part of this debate that I care about. So Andrew Wilson, I don't know if this was Andrew Wilson or if this was Brian from the whatever podcast, but they tried to pull some very misogynistic crap, right? They gave Naima a pickle jar or an olive jar, whatever. They gave it to her to open, and she couldn't open it, but she passes it to Andrew. And what happens after that is so fucking funny, and we are going to watch it. But before we do, I just want to remind you guys, if you there it is. If you want to pull up to the stream, like I said, if you have anything to say to me, if you disagree with something, if you agree to something, if you just want to add on to the conversation, make sure you click the link that is pinned in the comments. With that out of the way, let's get into this video. I promise you, you guys are you're gonna die laughing. Let's see here. Let me move everything. Move this up here.
Sorry, we couldn't find the pickle jar. Go ahead, put it on.
Let's see.
We weren't able to find. Sorry, we couldn't find the pickle jar. Go ahead, put it on the corner there.
He paid $1,000 for a pickle jar. You should get a pickle jar.
You know, actually, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Can you?
Do you have a source on?
You got to open it.
I have to open it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's easier because it's an olive jar, though. Wait, put it.
My nail is fucking me up.
Yes, I do have a source for that. If you would like it, it's from the NIS. Anybody can find it. I just cited all of the statistics on it yesterday. Uh-oh. Come on, you can do it.
Put it right.
Do you hear how he said that, right? You heard how he said that. Uh-oh, you can do it. You heard that, right? He was basically being facetious. Like, I fucking love how condescending he was trying to be, right? He said, uh-oh, you can do it. Having trouble? Like, just trying to be smug. And the only reason why he wants her to open this is just to prove some stupid misogynistic point that men are stronger than women and blah, 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 and have the same tired conversation that we have been having for fucking years at this point. So let me show you guys what happens next.
Side up. Just
You can
so
do
doesn't
it. You
spill
got
on you.
this.
All right, bro. I can't do it. Here.
All right.
She slides it to him.
I guess, yeah, Andrew, go ahead.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
That comment right there. As soon as he made that comment right there, I'm supposed to open the pickle jar, I knew he couldn't open that shit. I died. As soon as I heard that, what, you want me to open it? Was so fucking funny, right? And guys, let's take a quick look at Andrew Wilson, all right? Look how he's built. I can tell, Andrew Wilson has not lifted a weight a day in his life. Hasn't lifted a weight, has not participated in any sports. He has a dad bod. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but he has a dad bod. So we're going to see if he can open the jar. With all that being said, we're going to see if he can open his jar.
It's like yeah.
Oh, jeez.
This seems a little immature, no?
Yes, it's very immature.
The guy sent $1,000.
Sorry,
yeah,
TJ.
but it seems slightly immature.
It's all fucking
It's just
slick now.
It's a little,
See, it
little fun.
is.
I got to grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open it either.
Well, your hand greased the whole top of it.
My hand.
Your hand greased the whole top of it. You blacks are just so greasy with your shea butter. You just greased the whole top. I can't open it. It's your fault. No, you just fucking weak. You can't open the bitch. I can look at you and say, and I can tell that you can't open a fucking jar. I can tell.
Fine. Here, high five.
It
My
literally,
shoes are slow.
it's, look, feel it. Isn't that greasy?
It was like that already. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no,
you're
it
ridiculous.
wasn't.
Now, look, notice how Brian touched it, right? And he didn't agree with him. He didn't say, yeah, that's greasy. I bet you anybody else could open this bitch.
Grease the top.
Use
Oh
your
my
shirt.
Jesus,
Use your
Andrew,
shirt,
if you can't open the olive jar, you cannot
Here,
blame my
while we're
hand.
doing the olive jar.
If you're so strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I got to be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery.
Uh-oh.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
Okay.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it because I can't open it. Let me tell you something, bro. If you need to do all that, you just are not fucking strong enough to open. If you are going to try some misogynistic bullshit like this and try to humiliate this young woman like this, make sure that you're strong enough to open the goddamn jar yourself, stupid. God damn, you are stupid. Again, you can look at him and tell he was not going to be able to open that bitch. You can't. Like, look at him.
Once the top is dry, if you still
But do
can't
we
get it
now
out.
need to allow her another opportunity with the
Yeah, give her the paper towel.
Hilarious.
No, I think you should do it, Andrew. You're the big strong man. There you go. Come on.
If he
Here, I'm
still
gonna
can't
let
do
some
it.
chats come
Angries.
through. We got some
Red
chats
Fox
while they're working
donated
on that. Red Fox,
$200.
thank you.
Deontology prioritizes intent, but threshold exceptions introduce consequential
First of all, there is no way that this woman was that goddamn greasy. Ain't no way.
I'll let you go first if you want.
No, Andrew, I greased it all up. There you go.
Are absolute. Introducing a threshold is ad hoc.
Red Fox, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Huh.
I can't grip the fucker.
Oh.
Like, I gotta have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid.
Still can't open it.
My fingers are literally slipping off the lid. I just can't grip it.
You know what? Maybe the olive jars are harder than the pickle jars.
They're not hard to
Or maybe the fucker just isn't strong. All these logics, exactly. All of these goddamn excuses. Bitch, you still can't open it either. But you want to talk shit and try to make a little hee hee ha ha joke. And now she looking at you. First of all, she is going to make sure that you fucking mess with this olive jar for as long as possible. Because if I'm Naima, I don't know what's going on in her head, but I'm like, this is in my head. I'm going to be like, if I'm sitting here, this is going to make for a great fucking clip because you look like an asshat. You look stupid.
But I can't grip the fucking thing.
Watch this shit.
So you can't blame me for my greasy fingers now. Like, God.
It's still greasy. The top of it's like,
You tried it with like 4
feel
minutes
it yourself. Tell me I'm wrong.
You know what?
Please.
Is that not greasy and
It is actually a
sticky?
little greasy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking greasy.
I'm gonna let.
But it's the top, not the
Lulu
sides.
donated $200.
Lulu, thank you for this.
Katara, you got good morals,
who's
but you're not
Katara? If
she
engaging
opened
with
it,
Andrew
I would
on the level
die.
in which he's challenging you.
Oh, he's calling me.
You're
Here, you know
thinking
what?
too
Let me
Yeah,
much
this is
about
not
the
openable.
ideas you believe in.
Fucking Fort
Read
Knox.
Give it to
philosophy
Brian.
book.
Here, go.
Yeah, just can't grip them.
Okay, now I want it to be
I got
open. It's
this,
like pissing me
boys.
off.
Pisses me off.
Yeah,
If
I know.
Brian
have
opens
Jake
You'll
it,
see the
I'm
same
gonna die.
thing. It's
Come
just
on, bro.
greasy.
It is.
See? It's
My
fucking
hand's
greasy.
sliding.
It
My
just
hand's
slides
sliding.
off of it, yeah.
Okay.
It's just
So that was the goddamn clip. So off the fucking wall funny. Just imagine you are trying to basically humiliate somebody, right? You're trying to make fun of them. You're trying to make them look stupid. And here you are. You can't open the bitch either. And you can't. And let's be clear here. I don't care. I've opened all types of jars in my life, right? I am willing to bet money. Somebody can open that jar. That jar is just not. You're just weak, bro. You're weak. And Naima, apparently, according to Logics, apparently Naima said that she is exceptionally weak. She said that. You just weak. And honestly, again, looking at you, I'm not surprised. I can't be surprised. You got a dad bod, bro. Look, any nigga that built like this, hold up. I feel like I got to show y'all real quick. Real quick, hold up. I got you. Anybody that built like this, right? If you built like this, I'm just gonna assume that you cannot open jars, right? And I just know that he walks. I'm telling you, this is how he walks, right? Anybody that got a belly like this, they kind of walk like this. Like their arms are like out here and they do this. They don't like, you know? It's not a normal walk. If you like this is how he got it. You see how his hands are like right here? That's how you know. If you here with your shit, I know that you're not gonna be able to open no goddamn jar. I know it. Look. If you are built like Andrew Wilson, you are probably not going to be able to open a jar. I can tell the man has never been in the gym a day before in his life. Okay? He has no type of strength. You are the last fucking person that needs to be trying to humiliate a woman like this, right? Because you weak as fuck too. You want to talk about, masculinity, protecting women and all this. Who the fuck you gonna protect, bro? Who are you going to protect being built like this? You cannot. You know how hard it is to punch and kick when you built like this? Like it's like, bro, I'm tired because I got extra shit right here. I'm so fucking tired. Oh, and kicking is just, that is off the board. Like, look, he can't this is the extent of where he can lift his leg. You can kick his shin if you do one of these. But yeah, who the fuck are you protecting? If you don't have one already, Andrew, this is legitimate criticism from me to you. If you don't have one already, get a fucking gun. Get a gun. You gonna need it, bro. You gonna need it. Because if anybody try you, after that first punch that you throw, you tired. That's it. You tired. God damn. Sandra said Watts must have been a theater kid. No, believe it or not, no. I don't know. I don't know. I just do shit off the top of my head, believe it or not. And I'm actually very good at improv. But yeah, man, they passing that jar around like what? That's what I'm saying, Kim. If you are going to make a goddamn hee ha ha joke, at least be able to open the goddamn jar yourself. So we're going to move on from Andrew Wilson because he's a fucking, you know what? Let me not say that. All right. He's something else, but he is stupid. And keep in mind, this is the same person that got humiliated by Wes Watson of all people. Wes Watson was going in on his ass, said he had man titties and all other types of shit. God, like just completely obliterated him. And Wes Watson is Wes Watson. And for those of you that know Wes Watson, you understand what I mean when I say that. Look, I Am Forever said in the chat, Wes Watson pressed him. Sure did. He said, you got man titties. He kept saying that over and over again. No matter what no matter what Andrew would say after that, it didn't matter because all Wes Watson had to say was, you got man titties. That was it. And it was hilarious. God. But yeah, if you gonna do that one more time, at least just be sure that you are strong enough to do it yourself. And that's the last thing I gotta say about Andrew Wilson, okay? Next thing we gotta talk about is Kid Cudi. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Matter of fact, yeah, screw it. Why not? Let's just go ahead and go to it and go into this. Why not? Let's talk about Diddy. We have to talk about Diddy and everything that's going on, man. Gosh. We got to. So if you guys did not know, the trial against P. Diddy is going on right now, and so much crap is happening. Like, this is insane. And what I can tell you, from everything that is coming out of this trial, out of this situation, I can tell you, Diddy going to jail. Jail. There is the amount of evidence is fucking astonishing. And I'm not going to lie, Diddy's lawyers are fucking morons. Like actual morons. Or lawyer, whatever. Fucking stupid. Like that man is going. He is fucking going to jail. But if you guys did not know, Kid Cudi and Diddy had beef for years. I feel like a lot of us in the chat knew this already, right? Like everybody has heard about Kid Cudi and Diddy having beef because I always heard that rumor that Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car, and I constantly heard that like for so many years. And I was like, if he really blew up his car or set his car on fire, then why didn't anything happen? Well, looks like something is about to happen. Because for sure, Kid Cudi got subpoenaed and he testified against Diddy. And we are going to go over what the hell Kid Cudi said. Because this is a lot. First of all, these goddamn court drawings are hilarious. Because who the fuck is this? Kid Cudi does not look like this. I could argue that this is P. Diddy. Like, this kind of look like Puff. But this is not Kid Cudi. This nigga work on transmissions, whoever this is. I don't know who this is. Dead ass. Like, I don't know. And also, why he got a perm. I don't know. But let's read the article. So, Grammy-winning rapper Scott Mescudi, better known by his stage name Kid Cudi, took the witness stand today. When was this? This was May 22nd. Took the witness stand today as prosecutors continue sketching their portrait of Diddy's violent and chaotic world. Here's what the Pursuit of Happiness singer told jurors and what we heard from today's other witnesses as the sex trafficking trial reached the end of its second week. Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Diddy's off and on again girlfriend Cassie, accused Diddy of breaking into his Hollywood Hills home in 2011 and then told jurors about his Porsche catching on fire in 2012 with a Molotov cocktail. Bro, what? A Molotov cocktail? First off, the fact that you would go out of your way to make a Molotov cocktail, you really hate that person. Like you hate that person. That's a lot of effort to blow up somebody's car. Because if we being honest, or put somebody's car on fire, because if we're being honest, you could easily just pour gasoline in it and just light a match. Not saying that anybody should do that, but I'm just saying. You know, like that's all you had to do. You didn't necessarily need to make a Molotov cocktail. Anyway, the two men at Los Angeles hotel after the two men met at a Los Angeles hotel after the fire. Kid Cudi recalled Diddy staring out a window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain. Guys, I'm not gonna hold you. That shit made me laugh so hard because I believe him. And apparently when he said that, the whole court laughed. Can you just imagine? Because Diddy is a diabolical ass nigga. Like, he is diabolical. So him standing in the goddamn window like this. I believe it. Also, that's very specific. Very specific. This man said like a goddamn Marvel villain. That's crazy. Shout out to Brandon Livingston for the $2 super chat. Dude think he kingpin. I know, right? Jesus Christ. Diddy seemed to be unaware of the fire, but years later, he offered Kid Cudi a general apology for the past. Kid Cudi testified. Not saying, I'm sorry I blew up your car or I put your car on fire, but I'm sorry for everything that happened in the past. What that could be, who knows? But he wasn't specific. Diddy's legal team says he wasn't involved in any arson attack. It's a lie. George Kaplan, Diddy's ex-assistant, described an altercation between rapper and Cassie on a private jet in 2015. Kaplan testified he heard glass shatter and saw Diddy standing over Cassie with a whiskey glass. He said Cassie yelled, "Isn't anybody seeing this?" Kaplan said he once bought beauty products to cover up bruises on Cassie's face. I'm sorry. There's way too much witness. There's a lot of witness testimony and way too much evidence against this man. He is going to jail. He is going to jail. I don't even think that he can avoid it at this point, chat. Let's see. Myla Morales, a makeup artist who worked with Cassie, as well as Rihanna and Jennifer Lopez, testified about the aftermath of Diddy's alleged beating of Cassie after a party hosted by Prince. Interesting. This was a while ago. Morales said she didn't witness any violence, but heard yelling and later saw Cassie with a swollen eye, busted lip, and knots on her head. For everybody defending him, what do you, if you hear this story, are you just going to assume that this person is lying? Like, I'm just trying to understand how people can actually defend Diddy, because it's not like this is just one witness. These are multiple witnesses that are saying some crazy shit about this man, but you still have people, nah, man, free Diddy, he ain't do nothing. Word? Oh, wait, so you think Cassie just fell? You think she just fell? She had a knot upside her head, she had a black eye, you think she, okay, all right. She fell. Okay. Frederick Zimmermoore, the general manager of the Hermitage Beverly Hills Hotel, told jurors that a room would require deep cleaning after one of Diddy's stays. The hotel notes on the rapper's profile said he left behind excessive amounts of oil and candle wax. Diddy's legal team elected not to cross-examine him. Chat, do you know how much baby oil and candle wax you have to leave behind for the hotel to be like, yeah, man, we had that deserved a deep cleaning. Like, we had to deep clean that shit. You know, how much destruction did you do while you were in this goddamn hotel? Like, I am actually impressed. Like, how much oil? And you do not need more than one bottle of baby oil. What the fuck were y'all doing? Because it's not like you're using this as lubricant, because that's what the Astroglide is for. This nigga also had just cases and cases of Astroglide. So what the fuck are you doing with all this baby oil? Like, you really only need one bottle. Just a handful of baby oil will take you a long way, and you shiny. I don't understand. Golly. Let's see here. Is there anything else important? I think there was one more thing. Right here. So, Kid Cudi testified today that in 2012, his dog watcher called to alert him that his car was on fire. He testified that it appeared someone had cut open the top of his Porsche, and that's where the Molotov cocktail, Jesus Christ, that's where the Molotov cocktail was put in, destroying the car. Bro, that's what I'm saying. All you had to do, that's a lot of effort. They cut a hole at the top of the car. All you had to do was pour gasoline on the bitch. Like, damn. And look, forever, I don't understand why anybody would use baby oil in general. I haven't used baby oil, like, not one time in my goddamn life. Ever. So the fact that you just have cases and cases of it, you a freaky ass nigga, bro. And it's beyond me, all right? This is critical evidence for the prosecution because it is evidence of arson, which is one of the predicate racketeering crimes listed in the racketeering statute. However, Diddy is charged with racketeering conspiracy, which is even easier for the government to prove. Damn. To convict, he going to jail. To convict a defendant of racketeering conspiracy, the government must prove only that the defendant agreed with others to conduct the affairs of an enterprise through a pattern of racketeering. Those predicate crimes, yes. The government does not need to prove a conspiracy to commit those specific predicate acts. Damn. Like the arson of Kid Cudi's car. In fact, the government must prove only that two racketeering acts were intended to be committed as part of the conspiracy. The government does not have to prove that the defendant himself committed any of these predicate crimes like arson. The government doesn't even need to prove Diddy himself agreed to commit any of the predicate. Damn! God damn. Yeah, he going to jail. Yeah, he gone. While the government must establish that Diddy participated in some manner in the overall objective of the conspiracy, it does not need to prove that the hip-hop mogul himself tossed a Molotov cocktail into the Porsche or even that he participated in the arson himself. Jail. Jail. And there's another part of this conversation that I want to get into, but let me read this super chat first. Shout out to Chris for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you so much, bro. Question, did he ever beat this? Think he getting a Johnson? Oh my gosh. Diddy is never getting a Johnson and Johnson sponsorship, all right? He not. Nobody is going to work with this nigga. No. He's not going to beat it. And he's most definitely not going to beat this, all right? I would be surprised if he beat this. That would be insane. But there is most definitely another aspect of this conversation that I wanted to talk about because a lot of people on social media, and when I say a lot of people, most of them are on fucking Nazi Twitter, but a lot of people are saying that Kid Cudi is a snitch. Kid Cudi, a rapper that's not a street dude. He's not in the streets. He's not a part of a gang. People are calling him a rat. People are calling him a snitch. Let's see here. Damn it. Where did that? I had another post to That's fine. But yeah, everybody's calling him a rat. Everybody's calling him a snitch. Even Kanye West came out and says he wished that Kid Cudi did not testify against P. Diddy because, you know, we should not involve ourselves in white systems and blah, 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 which is absolutely fucking stupid because the nigga was subpoenaed. What are you talking about? If I get a subpoena, I am going to court. I am going to testify. You giving me a subpoena? Sure. I will testify. And not, subpoena aside. Fuck that. Subpoena aside. TJ, if you're still watching, sorry, I said a bad word. I'll go into timeout later. TJ's my nephew for those of you that do not know. But subpoena aside, the man threw a Molotov cocktail in my car. I don't care if he did it personally or if somebody else did it. A Molotov cocktail was thrown in my car because of him. So you think I'm not going to testify? Bro, what? Happily. Oh my gosh. As soon as somebody asked me, as soon as not the defense, but the prosecutor, as soon as the prosecutor asked me, so is the person that threw a Molotov cocktail in the court today, this is me. Yup, that's him. That's him. Him. I'm a jump. I'm a point. Yup, he did it. He did it. You think I give a fuck about being a snitch? And you put a goddamn Molotov cocktail in my car. You hate me, bro. I'm not gonna protect you because of some fucking street code that I'm not a part of? Are you serious? Hell no. Him. He did it. Point. I would point all the fingers. Matter of fact, I would have a big obnoxious foam finger just so that I could point it at Diddy while I'm in court. Him. He did it. I have nothing wrong, nothing against snitching. It's not snitching. I was never a part of a gang. I don't live in the streets. I don't care. Him. Yes, you did it. You think I'm gonna fucking protect somebody like that? Nigga crazy. And you have the nerve to stand at the window like a goddamn Marvel villain? No. I'm not protecting you. I'm not. You burned my car. Are you fucking crazy? What is going on? I hate when people keep saying white court, white this, black that, when the go code, no snitch. It doesn't matter. All right. If you are not a part of that life, you can snitch all you want, bro. It's not even snitching because you're not in the streets. You not. Him. He did it, officer. Him. Now, don't get me wrong. There are specific times where I would mind my own business, but this was specifically done to me. If police officers knocked on my door and said, hey, there was some suspicious activity, going on. There were gunshots, blah, blah, blah. I could have seen the person outside, but you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to be like, hey, man, I have no idea because I want to mind my own business. But in this case, you threw a Molotov cocktail in my goddamn car. Bye. Go to jail. Thank you, Great Pill. I appreciate you. Shout out to Kim Lovebug for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody that is super chatting. Thank you so much. I really don't know what to say. I always appreciate when you guys super chat. Thank you. Seriously. But yep, that's exactly what's going on with Diddy and his fucking shenanigans. Christ. Oh, God. We are not done with the ridiculousness. Guys, there's something else that I got to talk about. I got to talk about an OnlyFans model. I have to. If you guys did not hear about this story already, it's fucking crazy. An OnlyFans star rushed to the hospital after 583 men sex stunned. 583 men. At one time. Why do you have the desire to have that many penises inside of you? And yes, I understand you have an OnlyFans. This is what you do. It's bringing attention to you. This is how you getting money, blah, blah, blah. But this shit is fucking disgusting. Actually nasty. 583 men. That is 583 possible STDs. I don't understand. These fucking OnlyFans models. Like, if you're gonna do this, don't you want to be safe? Like, do you not care about being safe? Okay, let's read this. The 27-year-old dubbed Australia's most sexually attractive. The 27-year-old dubbed Australia's most sexually active woman. Jesus, that is not a title that you should strive for. Has ended up in the hospital after sleeping with 583 men in a single day. How do you even have the time? 583? Like, are they just sticking it in and taking it out and then you bringing in the next person? Because they're not finishing. 583, bro. There's no way that you'll get through 50 men. There's no way they're finishing. I'm so confused. And also to the men, why would you want to stick your penis inside somebody that has over 500 bodies? It doesn't make any sense. Annie Knight was hospitalized on Wednesday after suffering with excessive bleeding and an alarming symptom of endometriosis, a disease in which tissue similar to the lining of the uterus grows outside it, causing severe pelvic pain and fertility issues. Damn. Knight was diagnosed with the painful condition that affects around 1 in 7 Aussie women after coming off the hormonal contraceptive pill when she was in her mid-20s, and has been vocal about her struggle with her 200,000 followers. So this is her. This is what she looks like, right? She posted this being hospitalized after taking 583 penises in a day was not on my 2025 bingo card. Yes, it was. Put it there. You decided to do this. No one told you that you had to do this. You wanted to do this. You put this on your bingo card. The former marketing executive has been forced to take as many as 6 days a month off work due to the horrific symptoms she suffers, including cramping, heavy bleeding, bloating, and even an inability to go to the bathroom. Yikes. But recently, Knight's issues have worsened, with the adult star visiting the emergency department for the second time in the past month, just days after she filmed a video with 583 men. I got my period the day before the big chat. Excuse the living fuck out of me. Did you guys did you read what I just read? I got my period the day before the big challenge. What? But I have an IUD fitted, so the bleeding was very light. I don't care if the bleeding was light, heavy. You are on your period and you decided to take 583 dicks while you were on your period. What kind of heathen are you? I'm amazed. After the challenge, I felt fine, but a couple of days later, I started getting really bad cramping and my period became very heavy. I started to become concerned that something else was going on, so I went to the hospital to be safe. Knight said the medics were aware of her recent stunt and were worried about the physical toll it had taken on her body. Nurses were concerned it ruptured something or had caused damage to my body, so they did a bunch of scans and tests, and thankfully almost everything came back normal, she said. Tests did show I have low iron and progesterone, and eventually concluded that it was my elevated stress levels that exacerbated my endometriosis. Jesus Christ. This is a damn tongue twister. I was sent home and told to rest and try not to stress. Knight's recent, well, she can't take any more dicks. How is she not gonna be stressed? She obviously craves for them. This picture is fucking insane. Oh, pink shiesties? This is actually insane. And how can you be in this line and respect yourself as a man? I cannot be in this line like everything is all good. What is going on? Knight's recent challenge saw her prepare for 200 men to take part, but when 583 blokes showed up for filming, she decided to accept them all. Wow. The shoot was just one of many things the sex worker is juggling at the moment in her role as a popular X-rated content creator. I've been working myself to the bone, filming a lot and trying to organize the challenge, which was stressful as there were many moving parts. Yeah, moving into your vagina. I bet there were plenty moving parts. I just bought a house 2 days before, so have been signing contracts and organizing documents. And I've just come back from a huge trip overseas. So why the fuck did... Okay, so what this is telling me is you're just a terrible planner. You're terrible because why would you do this all in the same window? You could have did this shit a month afterwards when you had your feet planted on the ground, when you had more time. You're just terrible at managing your time. That's all I'm reading. It's all very fun, but a lot of work which contributed to my high stress levels. I've basically been working every day for the past 5 months, and I think my body just finally had enough. Yeah, no shit. While Knight said she appreciates the flexibility of being her own boss, she said her endometriosis does affect her ability to work at times, which makes her fear for her income. Or, here's the thing, right? Because apparently she's been working for a while. Or you could just save your fucking money. Wow. I never thought about that. You could save your money and then retire. That's a wild thought. Who would have thought about that? Yeah, instead of buying 4 fucking houses that you don't need, how about you put all of this money away that you are making from and save it so that you're good for the rest of your life and you no longer have to take on camera. Shout out to Chris for the $2 super chat. pH balance was an afterthought. You screwing on red. Yes. Her pH balance was through the goddamn roof. You guys, I know a lot of you guys watch Dragon Ball Z in the chat. You watch Dragon Ball Z, and when they wear the Scouters and they have, a huge power level spike and that shit breaks, just imagine a Scouter that could detect pH levels. You one look at her, that shit gonna break. But I digress. I'm working on realizing that my health is more important than anything else, which is why I am taking a break from filming. I want to make sure my body recovers and is back at its best. Knight is now on the mend and is spending time with her fiance. Chat, she has a fiance, Henry Brayshaw, a FIFO worker who was away during her hospital stay. I've been living with endometriosis my entire life since puberty. I just never knew what it was, so I'm no stranger to the highs and lows of this disease, but my recent flare-ups are worrying. So I'm now seeking out a specialist as it has been an incredibly difficult few months. The cramps I've been getting are quite insane. Yeah, well, you taking 500 dicks. Of course those cramps are going to be crazy. But I am hopeful that resting will get my body right again. Knight's 583 men marathon took place over just 6 hours. How? You would need 24 hours. That math is not mathing. 6 hours and she took 583 meat sticks? How? In 6 hours. Y'all think they were putting them in at the same time? Do you guys think that she was putting them in at the same time? In the same hole? Chat. that is the case, how are they okay with doing that? They were touching another. Let me read these super chats. Shout out to From Downtown for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. It says a little something for the birthday fund, brother. Remember that case we went over here in Georgia where the where the white woman unalived her boyfriend? Yesterday, they declined to bring her up on charges. I know exactly what he talking about. He talking about Telbo Raskins. I will never forget that name. Thank you for letting me know that. That is very interesting. And it's not surprising. I also said that shit was going to happen in my video. Because I think her dad or she had a relative that was on the goddamn police force. And this, y'all remember Telbo? This was the man that was caping for these white women, said if it ain't white, if it's not right if it ain't white. He was tweeting a whole bunch of shit. He loves snow bunnies, and this snow bunny unalived him. She unalived him, and she's getting off. Tough break. But I'm going to mind my own business. Shout out to Chris for the $2 super chat. Snatch wasn't even moist anymore. Snatch wasn't even moist anymore. Only shot out dust. Nasty. But no way in hell. Woo. Blue Eagle, exactly. Rest in preference. I have no sympathy for you, my guy. I don't. I'm sorry. And it is so unfortunate that you lost your life. It is so unfortunate that that this happened to you, but I'm sorry. I'm not happy that this happened to you, but you was talking crazy about black women, bro. Anywho, let's move on. I got to give you guys an update about Pop the Balloon, because this situation got so interesting so freaking fast. Like, so fast. And Sandra, you may think it's interesting. You may think this is interesting too. Logix and I already kind of talked about it. And I put this in my Discord too. So for those of you who do not know, Pop the Balloon, Arlette, she recently got with I don't know if it's like a management YouTube company or what, but she got this company to basically copyright strike a lot of reactors and content creators that make, reactionary content and commentary channels, et cetera, et cetera. She decided to strike all of our channels, right? And not a copyright. I'm sorry, not strike. It's not a copyright strike. She decided to copyright claim all of the videos that we ever reacted to, right? When it comes to Pop the Balloon. And we talked about it briefly. And recently, she put out a statement. And I'm going to read this to you guys. As of recently, a reactor channel ran our video through their content ID system, and we got hit with a copyright claim on our own video. So if you guys do not understand, let me try to put it in simpler terms. Basically, one sole content creator, took the Pop the Balloon content, ran it through the content ID, and they basically pass it off as their own, ran it through content ID, and they were able to copyright claim Arlette in her video on her own channel because they took her content and ran it through the content ID. Keep in mind, that is absolutely fucking crazy. That is crazy. No content creator should be ripping off somebody else's content like that, okay? Should not be ripping it off and then putting it through the content ID system so that you can copyright claim or strike Arlette. I think that is very shitty, and it's not okay. I will agree with you there. But let's keep reading because, yeah, this is a lot to unpack here. Producing this content takes a lot of work and organization. So, as you can imagine, this was a major setback and a huge issue to sort out. I get it, because a lot of her videos, she gets millions of views. And within her videos, that goddamn production, yeah, that's a lot of money. So they need every cent that they can get from YouTube and whatever other platforms that they post on so that they can provide the audience with this content, right? Makes sense. Totally get it. She says this was a reminder of how important it is to protect our work. So here's what we're doing next. We've partnered with Future Limited to manage our content and monetization on our channels. We're launching a revenue sharing program for reactors. Excuse me. If you create reaction content and want to stay in the loop and earn from it, apply through the link in the description box of our latest upload, episode 56. If selected, you'll get a response by email. And I pulled up the document. First of all, let me just say this. This was because I asked this question at first. I was like, well, why the fuck didn't she just put the form in the goddamn post so people could easily access it? Instead, she is making people click on episode 56 so she can get those goddamn views up. And episode 56 has like 1.3 million views. This was very smart. I gotta give her her props. Her props. All right. But here's the thing. Before I bring up the actual form, because at first I put it in Discord. And I told my Discord, I was like, damn, well, maybe I should apply. Like, maybe this would be a chance for me to possibly make a relationship with the folks, with Arlette, with the people that make this content. Maybe this could be a good opportunity. But the more that I thought about it, I personally think that this sets a bad precedent. I think that it does. Because I totally understand you wanting to protect your brand and you wanting to protect your content. But me reacting to your content legally, it's fair use. It's fair use. I can't get behind it. Don't get me wrong. She wants a 60-40 split, right? So like if I reacted to her channel, I would get the 60, she would get the 40. I think that's crazy when reactionary content is fair use. I personally, and this is nothing against Arlette. Like, I totally understand she's trying to protect her brand. But I personally think that this sets a terrible precedent. I really do. And like I said, nothing against Arlette, but I do disagree with this. And I think this is her and her team essentially overreacting. I don't necessarily want to say that because I don't want to minimize the situation of somebody taking her content. That I totally get. But when you just have one content creator that ripped off your content, I understand it created a shit ton of issues, but if it's only one content creator and this is not something that is happening continuously, I think you might have overreacted here. Because now you're kind of, I know some people are still going to apply for this, but for some content creators like myself, it's going to turn them off. It's going to turn them off because at first I was like, don't get me wrong. I knew that it was against fair use. I was like, it's against fair use, but I don't react to a lot of pop the balloon videos anyway. I'm not going to fight it, so I'll let it slide. But the fact that you're asking for a 60-40 split for something that should be able, for something that you should be able to do, that's actually fucking crazy to me. And like I said, that does create a bad precedent. So with that being said, I will not fill this out, but this is the form. This is the form, revenue sharing program application. So here are the things that basically had me worried, right? Contestant protection clause. Reactors may only comment on behavior presented on the show. They may not encourage or personally participate in harassment campaigns, including visiting contestant social profiles to attack or insult them, doxing or exposing off-show personal details. Look, with the doxing and exposing off-show personal details, totally agree. I don't think that should be allowed. I really don't. And I think that is very shitty for anybody to do. And I disagree with it. I never liked doxing. However, this is where things get a little sticky for me. Because visiting contestants' social profiles to attack them or insult them. Well, what does attack mean? What does attack mean? Because if I go on your profile and I make a comment that you have an OnlyFans, I feel like some people can perceive that as an attack. You know what I mean? Like, the word attack is very broad, and I do not like how she's not specific here. So I don't know. Reactors may critique show content but cannot defame or spread misinformation about BM or Arlette as public figures or producers, the Pop the Balloon brand as it relates to BM and Arlette, accusations or narrative twisting that harms reputation. I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's fine. Platform integrity clause. No use of your content to promote hate speech, harassment, or bullying, misogynistic, racist, or slander. And I'm with you with misogyny. But I feel like there are some things that some people view as misogynistic that others do not. So this is a very, like, who is the judge here? Like, when I post things on YouTube, that's totally different because that goes through its own system. It catches things like that. I don't have to, what you perceive as misogynistic may not be as what others perceive as misogynistic. Like, this is just a weird slippery slope here. So with all of that being said, I'm not going to fill this out, and I'm not going to lie. Arlette, if I had to say something to you personally, I would say when it comes to reactors, commentary channels, and your content, this is a symbiotic relationship here. We benefit because we're reacting off of your content that is already there, and you benefit because I'm pushing my audience towards you. Do you know how many people, and somebody in the comments could attest to this too, a lot of people have told me that they didn't even know what Pop the Balloon was until myself or another reactor reacted to it. I have heard that so many times. So many times. See, look, Nicole said, I didn't even know what Pop the Balloon was until you reacted to it. Sandra said, this is a dumb idea. Folks are greedy. I agree. I agree. And I don't, it sucks because I'm not even going to fight Sandra when she says she's greedy. I don't know Arlette in, like, personally, and I understand this could just be a reaction because she's trying to protect her content, and I get that. But I think that this is the wrong reaction because the relationship between, like I said, between commentary channels, reactors, it should be 1000% symbiotic. And I wholeheartedly believe that you will still be successful to some extent, of course, but I do think this is going to hurt you more so than it is going to help you. I hope that you continue to have continued success because you have made great content, and hell, I've enjoyed it, and it sucks, but unfortunately I'm no longer going to react to your content because I don't want a copyright claim, and I'm not going to fill out the form. But I most definitely wish you the best, and I hope all of this works out. But that's what's going on with Pop the Balloon. I forgot to show you guys this goddamn short that I found. Hold on. This shit is so goddamn funny. Oh, God. So we were talking about Kid Cudi and Diddy earlier, right? Look at this goddamn short that I found.
Get me the hell out of here!
Freddy Krueger goes in Diddy's nightmare.
This man is a monster worse than I am! For fuck's sake, get me the hell out of here! This man is a monster worse than I am!
I'm not gonna lie. Bro, that is a nightmare. If I had Diddy in my nightmares fucking dancing like that with a bunch of flashing lights, nah. Nah, bro. Fucking hilarious. Whew. Anyway, Sandra said, I only know about them because of reactions to it. See, that's what I'm saying. Brandon Livingston. I Am Forever says, Pop the Balloon was irrelevant until you mentioned it. See, and I'm not even a big content creator. And people still found out what it was through me. That's my whole point, dog. That's my whole point. Oh, God. So I'm gonna mention this really quickly. We rolling through these goddamn topics today, guys. God damn, we rolling through. Real quick, I gotta send a shout out to everybody that decided to pull up to the live stream. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate you guys. Yeah, let's move on. So, we gotta talk about Ye. Gotta talk about Ye. Because Ray, Jesus. Ray, if you watching this, my apologies. Ye has recently made a series of tweets again. And he claims that he is done with anti-Semitism, guys. He said he's done with it. I find that very interesting. He says he's done with anti-Semitism because there have been so many people defending Ye, saying he's not anti-Semitic. He's not. I don't know how you can claim he's anti-Semitic. He's not anti-Semitic. The man literally said himself, I am done with anti-Semitism. That means you were previously anti-Semitic. So for everybody that said that Ye was not anti-Semitic, shut the fuck up. You're wrong, because he literally admitted it himself. Now, do I think that this is true? Do I think that Ye is absolutely done with talking about the Jews and how they run the world and how the United States is ran by some goddamn Jew wizard? You know, I personally think Ye is not done with this shit at all. He always does this. He says some crazy shit. He apologizes, and then he goes crazy again. He says this stuff again, over and over and over again. It's like a fucking never-ending cycle for you Naruto fans out there. It's like you're in an infinite Tsukiyomi that you just can't fucking break out of. You're just in the same goddamn loop over and over again. Because I remember when he said he went DEFCON 3 on, he said, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. After that, he apologized for it. And then he started talking about them again. And he even made that song, Hal the Mustache Man. So he's most definitely going to do this shit again. Most definitely. This is the same goddamn loop. The same goddamn loop that we've been a part of, guys. Hold up. Let me see this. Oh, it worked. It worked perfect. My bad. I was trying to do something with my chat, guys. I'm glad that worked. Perfect. Yeah. Ye's not done with this shit. Guys, let's give Yeezy a second. What? Ye has had multiple chances, bro. I cannot tell you. Matter of fact, I don't even know if there is another celebrity, another rapper that had this many goddamn chances. And the only reason as to why people are rocking with him, because he got the Nick Fuentes supporters on board. He got the Nazis on board. That's why people are still rocking with him, even though his music is fucking ass. That shit is ass on a different level. A whole different level. I would rather hear somebody fart in a fucking tuba than listen to Kanye's new music, okay? But we gave this nigga plenty of chances, bro. Plenty of chances. When he said slavery was a choice, I wholeheartedly disagreed with him. And I was in shock. I was like, yo, this is the guy that I looked up to. You know, obviously, like one of the guys that I looked up to when I was in middle school. This is the same guy that said George Bush does not like black people. This is the same nigga, the same dude. And now he's acting like this. Is somebody calling me? Oh, it's Donovan. It's my cousin. And now he's doing this. He said slavery was a choice. And then I found out he got diagnosed with being bipolar. And then I was like, this nigga had an episode. I get it. He had an episode. I gave him grace. I even listened to his album that came out after that situation, just entitled Yay. It was an okay album. It was all right. Was it great? No. I had some songs in there that I do like. Wasn't a great album, but I was still supporting him because I was like, oh, he was having an episode. I get it. And then thing after thing after thing, he kept saying wild shit over and over and over again. I can't give Ye any more chances, bro. And I don't care what the fuck he tweeting right here. I am done with anti-Semitism. I love all people. God forgive me for the pain I've caused. I forgive those who have caused me pain. Thank you, God. I simply got a FaceTime from my kids and I want to save the world again. Same loop. We are in a fucking infinite Tsukiyomi. He made graduation. I don't care. That's not the... You know what? I've come to terms with this is not the same artist anymore. This is not the same artist. This is not the same person. Because the person that made the goddamn just amazing trilogy, College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, this is not the same goddamn person. This is not the person that I grew up with. This is not the person that I love, the person that y'all love. This is not. This is not the same person that made The Good Life. Do you know how I know that? Because he's fucking making World War III. And it sounds shitty. That goddamn nitrous that dentist put him on fucked up his creative, like, gene that he had, whatever. Like, it fucked up his creativity, all right? Something is going wrong within Kanye's... It's going wrong within Kanye's body right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Shout out to Chris for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I was already done with Ye, but as soon as he compared, ooh, my voice cracked, Jesus. As soon as he compared him losing money by his own actions to George Floyd being basically lynched, after that, I hear you, bro. I hear you. And that was one of those situations too where I was like, all right, I'm done. And people still gave him a chance, time after time after time. I don't even know if Ye drank lean, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I don't know. Okay. I found this on Instagram, right? I found this on Instagram. And apparently this gone viral. This was a Reddit post. I thought it was funny. I thought we could read it and we could discuss really quick because it made me laugh because I'm like, the fucking audacity. So, boyfriend is prioritizing his daughter's pre-K graduation over my college graduation. Hi, y'all. I, 26-year-old female, am graduating from college with my bachelor's this June. My boyfriend, 29 male, is graduating next year. We've been dating for over 2 years and know for 2 years. 2 years. We've been dating for over 2 years and know for sure we're the right one for the other. He has 2 daughters, 6 and 4. You knew this beforehand. 2 daughters, 6 and 4, from a previous marriage. And both of their graduations, kindergarten and pre-K, are happening on the same day as my college graduation. Boyfriend and I have been lucky enough to be in the same classes for the last 2 years, but this degree has taken me 8 years, 3 colleges, and 2 states to get. I've really been struggling, and I'd love to feel support for something I feel like I can finally present to the world. He said he had something to tell me that might be upsetting. To me, in the middle of lecture last week, he's planning on skipping my graduation so he can make it to his 4-year-old's pre-K graduation. The audacity, him being a good father. How fucking dare you piece of shit? How dare you be supportive? How dare you be there for your daughters? during these milestones. What a goddamn asshole. All right? Why can't he be a piece of shit? All right? All the best fathers are a piece of shit, and it is statistically proven when you a piece of shit father, you turn out great because it builds character. All right? How dare you? Oh my gosh. How dare you complain? Okay. So, in his words, he'll be prioritizing that. To be honest, I completely saw this coming. I don't want to change his mind, but I'm struggling with how to handle this. Okay. So I will say with that last sentence, there's a tiny bit of hope, because it sounds like she says she saw this coming because he's a good father, obviously. He doesn't want to miss these milestones, but she's struggling how to handle it and how to cope, because he's missing a big part of, obviously, like, her life and what's going on, her graduation, whatever. But here's the thing. So it sounds like she's just trying to figure out a way how to cope. But here's the thing, guys. When it comes to my kids, I'm not missing any goddamn milestones. Kids remember when you are not there. You knew that he had 2 kids before you even got with him, and they're 4 and 6. You knew they would be the priority. You knew this beforehand. If you did not want a man with children, you shouldn't have gotten with him. You shouldn't have got with him.
God damn.
You really shouldn't have. That's your dumb ass fault. No one told you to do that. And you should have known, and he's a good guy, right? He's a good guy. He doesn't want to miss any of these goddamn milestones. I know I wouldn't. I'm going to every goddamn recital, graduation, play. I don't goddamn care. I am going to show up for my goddamn kids, because kids remember all of the times that you were not there. I remember. And this goes from fucking elementary school all the way to high school. Chat, don't get me wrong, right? I have a great father. My father has taught me a lot. I love my father, man. He's a great dad. Him and my mom, they both did a great job with raising myself and my brothers. And I don't know if you guys know this, I used to play baseball for years. For most of my life, honestly. I used to play baseball. And I decided to stop after my junior year, because I went to the baseball team was all white. Not a lot of brothers are playing baseball these days, all right? So the team was all white. I obviously didn't fit in with anybody. So they would just, no matter how good I was, they just had to, they just wanted me to run bases. So I was like, okay, if you want me to just run, fuck it, I'll run track. Because I also ran track, and I was really good at it. And keep in mind, I brought up my dad because my dad would support me in everything that I did baseball. Everything. He was there, bro. He was there. And my dad supported me with everything that I did. But when it came to track, he didn't come to every track meet. He probably came to 2, and I had a lot of track meets that he could have came to. But I remember that he did not show up because, and this is nothing against my dad. This is just because he didn't have a huge interest in track. He didn't run track himself, so he didn't really get it. And I understand, and this is not me talking crap about my dad, but my point is, let me land the plane because I feel like I've been yapping. I noticed that he wasn't there. He was no longer supporting me. And that felt weird because he was always there when I was at the plate, when I was in the outfield, when I was pitching. He was always there. So it felt weird when he wasn't. That's my point. Kids are going to remember. So I don't give a fuck when I have kids. I am going to be there for every fucking thing. I told you I'm yapping. Yes, I'm yapping. But it's okay. It's my birthday. I'm a little tipsy. Let me get my shit off, all right? And y'all got to admit, I usually don't be yapping like this for real. It's jealousy. It might be, Nicole. It might be. But yeah, I usually don't be my bad. Yeah. But that's my bad. I ain't mean to yap for that long. Oh my God. There's something else that I have to show you guys on Instagram. And I don't even know if I can like easily go into this topic. But there are a few content creators. There are a few black content creators that I cannot stand on Instagram. And this shit is so cringe. I'm just going to show you really quick and we're going to talk about it. Have y'all ever seen these two niggas before? The Groovin' Gorilla dude and whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Let me just play this video for you real quick.
Shark bite! Did it? No, shark bite! I said, did it? Shark bite! Did it? No!
When I tell you, I actually cannot stand these two content creators. They make content like this all the fucking time. Why are you acting like this? What is going on? Oh, let me show you one more time. One more time. I'm gonna show you one more time.
Shark bite!
One more time.
Did it? No, shark bite! I said, did it? Shark bite! Did it? No!
When I tell you I cannot stand these two, I am not shitting you. And I'm going to keep it real, chat. I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody brought up black fatigue in the chat, right? Now, a lot of people have been talking about black fatigue. And I will say, in most occasions when people talk about black fatigue, this is usually people saying we're sick, especially on Nazi Twitter. On Nazi Twitter, when people say they're experiencing black fatigue, it's usually them saying, "Oh, we are so sick of not being able to be racist out loud. I want to be racist out loud. I'm sick of having to stifle my racist comments. I want to call you the N-word." This whole topic of black fatigue came about with the Shiloh incident when she called a black child, autistic child at that, the N-word, right? This whole term of black fatigue popped up. And I don't think it's a fucking thing. Okay? Well, it is a thing, but it's the opposite of what you think this is. This was already a term, but this is another case of people taking our terminology and putting it on its head, but that's another story. Anyway. However, if somebody showed me this goddamn video, if somebody showed me this video and said, "Watts, I am experiencing black fatigue," I would look at them and be like, "I don't blame you." I would say, "I don't blame you." Because I can't stand that shit either. Why the fuck are you acting like this? You are two grown men acting like a fucking nuisance. First of all, you too goddamn big to be acting like this. And you a grown man, bro, just acting stupid. And keep in mind, a lot of this content is just him doing this. And apparently he's a boxer too. But this is all of his content. Like you don't have to act like that. And black people do not act like this. This is the outlier. This is the fucking outlier. But if somebody showed me that shit, I would say, you know what? I get it. And they said they were experiencing black fatigue. I'd be like, I hear you. Look at this woman's face. She's looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Because why, you a grown ass man, bro? Why are you acting like that? I cannot stand these two content creators, and I really wish they would stop. I just wanted to bring that up to you real quick because I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, chat. So guys, everybody in the chat, let me know if you know what DreamCon is, okay? If you guys do not know what DreamCon is, it is a convention that is put on by RDC, okay? I've been to DreamCon once, had a great fucking time. Had a great time. I met Casanet there, actually. I met Casanet. I met Mark there, too. This was a good time. DreamCon was great. I wanted to go back again this year, but it just wasn't in the cards. But if you guys did not know this, they were able to fucking get Meg Thee Stallion to pop up at DreamCon. If you don't know what DreamCon is, this is a convention for just honestly nerds. It's gaming, anime, cartoons, etc., etc., etc. It's like an all-encompassing convention for that specific shit, right? So it's right up my alley. Like, y'all can see my background. Like, it's right up my alley. That's why I had a good time. No, it is fun. It is so fun. And they got fucking Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion to basically show up. She's going to be there in June. And I was like, damn it. The year that I was contemplating on going, I decided not to. But DreamCon they're in some hot water right now. They're in some hot water right now because the person that is managing DreamCon social media decided to like this post. So they announced Meg Thee Stallion is coming to DreamCon, and they liked this post by Tory Lanez that said, "That's crazy." They liked it. And keep in mind, if you guys do not know what happened with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, please look it up. I'm not explaining that situation over again, but Tory Lanez is basically in jail right now for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. He's in jail right now, and a lot of people say that he didn't do it. He's innocent, even though he didn't take the stand and defend himself. That's hilarious. And he also apologized for something, but didn't explain, what it was. But yeah, somebody made a whoopsie, and they liked this Tory Lanez comment. And the person that tweeted, this got a lot of traction. Somebody tweeted and said, "Hey, so who's running the official DreamCon account and is liking the Tory Lanez comments? I just want to know." So when that happened, they decided to put out this statement. Official statement. We love and support Megan Thee Stallion. We're deeply sorry for the recent activity on our social media platforms that involve liking and engaging with negative comments directed at her. We recognize that our actions contributed to a negative online environment, and we take full responsibility as we work toward fostering a more positive and respectful space. It does not reflect DreamCon's views, values, nor support for Megan, and we're committed to creating a safe, respectful, and inclusive environment for our entire community. Megan is not only a powerhouse in music and culture, but also a symbol of resilience and empowerment for so many around the world. We stand with her. Moving forward, we are implementing stricter oversight for our social media team to uphold the standards of respect that everyone in our community deserves and to ensure this never happens again. First of all, let me just say that was a great apology. That was great. Let me say this. A lot of people saw this apology and they were like, well, why are they defending her? Why are they defending her? They have to defend her, blah, blah, blah. Well, you kind of fucking do. If you plan to have Megan Thee Stallion show up at your event, but you're liking negative comments directed towards her, then yeah, you kind of have to apologize. That makes sense. And I don't know about you guys. Yo, what's up, Terrence? Did they clown Meg or something? So to make a long story short, that was just one example that I showed you guys. But to make a long story short, there were a lot of people, or not a lot of people. Well, yes, there were a lot of people leaving negative comments, and I guess DreamCon's social media team was just like liking every fucking thing that was under the Meg Thee Stallion announcement post. And they were just liking everything, even the negative comments. So they kind of had to put out this, you know, apology. Again, which I totally understand. Woo. All right, thank you, Terrence. Me too. I'm a Meg defender too. I was about to ask y'all in the chat. I was about to be like, yo, how many of you guys really think Tory did it? Because I do. There is absolutely no reason you wouldn't defend yourself during the trial, and there's absolutely no reason why you would call or you would text Megan and be like, I was drunk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. Blah, blah, blah. There's no way that he didn't do that. He did that shit. Because if I didn't do something, I'm going to speak up for myself, and I'm going to say, I'm going to say what it is. I'm going to say the truth. And for everybody to say, oh, he's defending Kelsey. Why would you defend Kelsey? Why? If she shot her. Bro, voicemails, everything. Everything. I do think, I don't care, he had a huge part to play. I don't know what happened specifically, but he most definitely had a huge part to play in it because he felt the need to fucking apologize. Because if I didn't do something, I'm not going to call and text somebody and be like, man, I was so drunk. You know, I'm not even that type of nigga. Like, I ain't even that type of dude to be acting like that. You feel me? You know, I don't do that. Like, he was going through it, boy. But yeah, I'm just, as a man, I'm not fucking doing that. Let's see. Track Guy says, I don't know. I'm just wondering how his aim was so good. He shot her in the heel. I don't know, but he did that shit. I'm sorry. He did it. It is going to have to, like, you're going to have some actual fucking evidence to prove that he didn't do it. Like, real hard evidence. Anyway, going back to the DreamCon incident, Mark actually put out a video where he responded to this, and I think it was a good response. Let's check it out. Damn, this shit's 7 minutes. I don't know if we're gonna watch this whole thing, but
let's get to it. All right, so the main thing that I've been seeing around DreamCon is a lot of negativity right before DreamCon. Really unfortunate timing, unfortunate things have happened. Now, the main thing I want to address first is this.
New evidence says the bodyguard did it? Yeah, I'm going to need to look into that.
The comments regarding what happened on the DreamCon page. Now, a lot of people want me to expose or fire the person that did this. Now, look, I like the statement that DreamCon put out. Now, obviously, we don't got a lot to do with DreamCon, but we are the founders of DreamCon. I found out too, but from what I gathered, the thing that happened is this. They announced Meg Thee Stallion, right? After they announced Meg Thee Stallion, the person was trying to delete negative and hate comments and was liking all the positive comments for the algorithm to come up because it was an unfortunate time where we announced. So they were trying to like the positive comments, delete all the negative comments. While they were doing that fast, because they was panicking, she was panicking, she started liking a lot of the comments, and 2 of the comments that were liked was Tory Lanez comments.
Yep.
Now, what I like about the statement is they took full accountability. What I don't like is they left the part out that it was a mistake. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are walking around saying that we intentionally did that, and no, they did not.
That's hard because I agree with him, and that's hard because I think I would have left that out too. Because what's the point of saying that it was a mistake? You know, I feel like as soon as you say, oh yeah, it was a mistake, blah, 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 there are going to be a bunch of people saying, how the fuck was that a mistake? How do you make that mistake? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think the apology was fine. I think it was fine.
She do that. She did not intentionally.
I understand if she didn't intentionally do that, and that's fine. I'm just saying the apology was perfect.
So I don't.
Oh, that Kelsey did.
Now, while like I said, I'm glad they took accountability. It was a mistake. And I don't like that people are just twisting it to be like, oh, RDC, DreamCon is intentionally doing this. They did this on purpose. That's not what happened.
I mean, yes. Why would that be the case when you want Megan Thee Stallion to be a part of your event? That'd be fucking. That's dumb. That's dumb. I want this fucking megastar to pop up at my event. I want her to show out. I want everybody to have a good time. I want her to pop up at my event. So what the fuck am I gonna have to gain? What am I gonna have to gain? Or what do I gain? Excuse me, from liking negative comments. Like, obviously it was a mistake. It was a mistake. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why would I do that? But no, I believe Mark, and I also think that the apology was fine. I don't have anything to say about it. But shout out to DreamCon. If you guys have an opportunity to go, I would most definitely say go. I want to go next year. So maybe I will. Maybe that will be one of the first times where I do like an IRL stream. I don't know. But I do want to go back. That shit was so fun. And I like Texas. I love Texas. It's great. And it's in Austin. Is it in Austin now? I forgot where they said it was. Whatever. But I do. I've been to Texas a few times, and I've always had a good ass time. Anyway. Moving on. This is, oh yeah, them after parties. It's in Houston. Excuse me. It's in Houston. Yeah. But no, them after parties, yo, them DreamCon after parties, people was calling that shit CreamCon. Obviously, I did not attend, but people were dead ass calling that shit CreamCon because apparently shit got freaky. I heard them after parties are wild as fuck. It's the new Freaknik, basically. Moving on. So this next one is so funny. And you guys know I generally stay away from politics. And this is not, don't get me wrong, this video is not it's not all encompassing like politics. It's not. However, it's one that we need to watch. So basically, MAGA men, they're on this dating show, and they've been getting rejected because they voted for Donald Trump. They specifically been getting rejected because they voted for Donald Trump. And I just thought this would be a funny video to react to. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and watch this. I just think this also starts a very interesting conversation because some people think it's stupid for you to basically pass up on somebody because of your political beliefs. I don't think that's dumb at all. I really don't think that's dumb because a lot of the times your political beliefs tie into your personal morality as well, whether you're on the left or you're on the right, whatever. I don't care. But a lot of people tie their morality within their political ideologies. So I don't think it's totally ridiculous for somebody to be like, oh, you voted for the other side? I'm good. I support abortion. You don't. It's not going to work. So I get that. But without further ado, let's watch it.
Can I ask you who you voted for?
That's a tough question.
So that's why this is funny, because she said, I gotta ask you who you voted for. This man said, that's a tough question. Why though? All you have to say is I voted for Donald Trump. How is that a tough question? That's all you have to say. I voted for Trump. You voted for him, stand in that shit.
Oh, oof.
Look at all of these lovely people.
Mm-hmm. Oof. I'm scared.
Is that going to be the out for me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Wow.
That's going to be it.
All right. And that's all she wrote.
I love her. Yo, her response was so, is that going to be out for? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Go, bro.
Give it up for Matt, everybody. Thanks for shooting your shot, buddy. Good luck. Great hair. Wow.
I agree,
this
Nicole.
is a theme with Trump voters. Case in point.
Final questions. This is your opportunity.
Oh my god, one of those comments says both are libs.
Both are what?
I saw libs.
Oh, liberal. Oh,
Yeah.
are we gonna go in the voting contest?
Maybe. Are you liberal?
I
I
don't
know.
think we should talk about this. I actually got in the car.
Yeah, send
I
it.
will tell you,
Send it.
I didn't vote for what's going on in our country right now.
Oh my gosh. I didn't vote for what's going on in our country right now. That's interesting because usually when people say that, they voted for Trump but regret their vote.
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, I like guns and I hunt.
That's where you went? That's where you went. We're talking about politics. Well, I like guns. I hunt. Jesus Christ. That's where you decided to go. Okay.
And
I heard you cook your hunted animals for your dog's dinner.
you're gonna enjoy that very much. Trust me.
I'm
Yeah.
going to enjoy that.
How
You're
about
so
this?
bossy.
Some of my hunting goes to summer sausage, and it makes great cheese boards. So
So is what you're gonna do with our last final minute?
maybe I
Tell
don't
me
know.
about what you're doing with your hunting kill.
Okay,
Okay.
that's kind of important. I don't know.
First things first, shout out to Date Night Podcast. Great content. Secondly, okay, in case you didn't pick up on it,
Before Eric makes his final selection, he's going to walk us through how he think each date went.
Lisa, you are very powerful. I can feel it.
What the fuck does that mean?
And not in a bad way. I like the confidence. It's good. So everything about that was very attractive.
All right, are you ready? Do you think you have a choice?
I think so. I think it's the time, right?
Yeah. All right, can we get a little
wonder if
drum
he's
roll,
nervous.
crowd? All right, who's your decision?
You know, I think we can work through some stuff, but I would love to take Lisa on the second date.
Okay.
All right, guys, give it up for Kenna. Oh, by the way, our runner-up. Well, first of all, Lisa, do you consent to a second date?
Do I have a last question that I can ask?
Sure.
Okay. Plot twist.
Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe she is on the left and she's about to ask this man, who do you vote for? Because I would imagine that's what she's about to ask. This is how this entire video was set up. So I would I would be surprised if I was wrong.
Let's go for it.
It's like bonus rounds.
Who did you vote
I
for?
knew it. I knew it.
I voted for the.
Why can't they? Why? Yo, why? Why? Why can't they say who they voted for? I can tell you guys who I voted for. I don't give a fuck. Yes, I voted for Kamala, excuse me, whatever. I'm impaired. Excuse me. Yes, I voted for her. Why can't you say it? It's fine, and I don't even care if you guys want to label me a soy boy or whatever. I voted for Kamala. The fuck you gonna do? I don't care. I don't care what anybody else says. Like I don't care. If you voted for him, say you voted for him. Watts for Trump is crazy.
Trump cabinet. But with that comes a lot of things.
Nah, bro. I like how he trying to talk his way out of it.
Like a cabinet that
I'll tell you
has-
later, Ray.
A cabinet? I can't. Oh.
One
Heart is broken.
But with that comes a lot of things. Like a cabinet that has.
A cabinet?
If you want to argue, or if you want to tell somebody why you voted for Trump, the last point that you should make is his fucking cabinet. I ain't gonna hold you. That's the last fucking thing that you should mention. What? His cabinet? With RFK? And I'm only mentioning one person, his cabinet. That's the last thing that you should fucking mention.
Oh, heart is broken. I enjoyed my evening with you, but I have to stick to my morals and my principles. And democracy.
Damn.
What a plot twist.
Hilarious.
The crowd has turned into Jerry Springer up in here. This is hilarious.
Fight.
All right. Well, Lisa, thank you so much.
So
Look listen, everyone's got to stick to what they believe in.
Whoa. Plot twist.
There is so much here from him, Eric, reluctantly
Yes.
saying,
Why are you so reluctant?
Trump. And then saying, I voted for Sebastian Gorka and Stephen Miller and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He really thought he could pull one over with the cabinet line? Foolish. Yeah, I voted for innocent people to go to a foreign gulag to die.
That's another conversation.
Unbelievable. But then
But I
him
agree.
realizing that it's a lost cause, and if you didn't catch it, he actually said, fight.
I didn't
The
catch that.
Trump slogan, after scenes that we saw in Allentown, was it Allentown? I think it was Allentown. Allentown, Pennsylvania, where a part of his ear, something happened to it. So, may I just say, this is the epitome of present day MAGA. Then,
Eric, are you surprised with how this went?
Not really.
Okay, good.
No,
At least
were you
he's not
expecting
surprised.
something like this?
I kind of seemed like they were all on the other side.
what a despicable comment. Not even for me, because they're all on the other side. Go on right side dating or whatever. Go on there. It's all dudes, but like go on there, see what you find, you know. Also understanding why these two did so in the form
A
they
lot
did
going on in
is
Allentown.
quite telling. The Daily Beast would report 61% of Americans admit to self-silencing, keeping their true opinions on sensitive topics to themselves, writes Adrian.
Oh, and so being a shy Trump voter is a thing. But why, good sir? Why? Why are you shy? I think you should stand in that shit. Stand in it. You voted for him? Say, yeah, I voted for him. Stand in it. If that's what you did, that's what you did. Why are you shy? Are you shy because you're not agreeing with everything that is happening within our country right now? Gee, I wonder.
Winner, say a percentage of Trump voters are indeed shy, or to use the more Orwellian
What is a gulag? It's essentially a shitty Russian jail.
term, self-silencing. Perhaps they're just lying. Either way, they don't feel comfortable telling another living, breathing human being or internet questionnaire that they support Donald John Trump. Let that sink in. More from Wenner on 3 reasons he believes Trump voters do this. First, they know voting for Donald Trump is a morally reprehensible act and don't want to admit it to strangers, maybe. His second line, they have a deep belief that such an important choice should be a private matter. I don't buy it. And third, they believe in Trump and don't care who knows it. But they are so clever. They know if they lie to the polls, the Dems will be lulled into a false sense of, I can't even finish this 4D chess explanation with a straight face. Neither can we. Some closing thoughts, if I may. Because I know there are going to be commenters who say, well, she didn't vote for either side, so blah, blah, blah. Let me be clear about something. And this was lost on the undecided vote, okay? The pressure was put on the Dems because we have seen within the coalition they can be swayed on certain issues where Republicans are all in on MAGA. They are a lost cause.
Yes.
They wanted a speaker. They wanted a Palestinian speaker at the DNC. The DNC refused to listen to them. They asked for support to halt military aid so that aid cannot go kill kids. They didn't listen. What she is saying when she says, well, I didn't vote for either, is that she is one of those people who does not want to see more kids die. That's what she's saying.
Okay, I didn't watch the entire video and I don't have context, but from that short clip, I would not fucking say that at all. How do you know that? Unless he watched the rest of the video and he had context, but I would not assume that. Some people just didn't vote because they didn't like either candidate, not necessarily because of the conflict, you know?
So for any people, any people
the
who are
Israel
like,
and Palestine
"Oh,
conflict, I wouldn't necessarily say that.
well, you know, she's part of the problem.
I voted
No,
for Stephen A.
it's
Smith is
the
crazy.
Dems that court our vote. They are not entitled to our vote. Did I vote for Kamala Harris? Yes. Do I really wish, because I knew how bad Trump was, do I really wish that they would have listened to what honestly looks like a large portion of their constituency? Yeah, because instead of going for the policy positions that Kamala Harris first had, which was Medicare, which was housing, which was having more leftist principles, he actually moved more to the center right because
There is so much that I want to say, but I am going to just keep it to myself because I am not trying to talk about politics on this channel whatsoever any longer.
Because, according to the reporting, a family member who's an executive
This was
at
just funny
Uber,
to me.
along with Mark Cuban and others, swayed her that way. Have our billionaires leeching to the political process and corrupting the system once more. However, I will say this. I have never seen a Harris supporter be unwilling to state who they voted for. I've never seen it.
That's
What I do
exactly
see
what
is a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
Trump
say.
people having that feeling.
It's
A
crazy,
lot.
right?
These are not two offs. This happens a lot. I remember seeing another video with Eagle Witt, I think his name is. We covered it on this very platform. When he asked, "You want to get uncomfortable, crowd? Hey man, who'd you vote for?" And I think the dude says, "Oh, it's a personal question." We know.
Hilarious. So Terrence in the chat made the point of, well, they're like that in Europe too. America wasn't always like that though. Back in the day, if you asked somebody who you voted for, they would more than likely tell you. They would be very comfortable with telling you. Very comfy.
No Harris supporter. I'm sorry. There's probably 6 out there.
6.
Who would say that's a personal question. And it's probably because they live in rural America where they don't want to get beaten and dumped in a lake. So no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Terrence. That whole Israel Palestine point, I do feel like that was a bit of a stretch, but whatever. I just think this
You
shit
voted
was
for
funny.
this. Own it. Don't wuss out. Tell us. Tell us you voted for this. It would make our lives a lot easier.
Hey, I appreciate you watching.
Yeah. Nicole said, I can't wait to pay $10,000 for a new iPhone. Me either. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's going to be a fucking grand time. A grand time. I can't wait to pay that much money for a goddamn iPhone. Okay. All right. Yo, guys, we are just going through today's docket. We don't actually have that much left on the docket, but let me get the small stuff out of the way. So this is something that Moosey actually sent in the Discord, and I'm going to regret playing this. Honestly, I should have screened this before I showed you guys, but I thought it would be better if I just reacted to it. But Moosey posted this. So when I say Moosey posted something, you know what that means. So this is a video about Felice Johnson. Let's see what's going on with Felice Johnson. Jesus Christ.
To yourself, bro. You be sitting there reading a book, writing a letter to your family. He'll hit your door and tell you, when he come back, you better have that thing out. You better have it out. And you get, I remember this little white boy asked me, he just came from another prison. He knocked on my door. I said, yeah. He said, what's your name? I said, don't matter what my name is, what you want? He said, that big black guy told me when he left my cell to have my thing out and he'll be back. What was he talking about? I said, you know what he's talking about? He's talking about your dick. He wants it. He gonna suck you dry, bro. And why you over here, what should I said, man, I don't know what you can do, but I am not getting into that. I'm not gonna fight this man.
Moosey, why? Why did you feel that I spit my water out, sir? I don't, why do we keep giving Fleece a platform? Why do we want him to tell these jail stories? I don't want to know. I don't want to know anymore. I don't. Can you imagine? This is why I can never go to jail. I can't. If a grown ass man telling me I better have my thing out before he get back so that he can suck, no. Bro, put me in the chair. Put me in a firing squad. I can't do it. I can't go to jail. He said the video not done. It's only 2 seconds left.
Can do, but I'm not getting into that. I'm not gonna fight this man. And
yeah, what the fuck? It was only 2. He said I'm not gonna fight it. You said bang the gavel? Yeah, I agree. I agree. He going back. Jail. I don't even know why they let him out in the first place. That is the goddamn booty warrior, and y'all let him out? Y'all let him out? Matter of fact, Moosey, did you even see that he got in a fight? Did you see that? Let me show you. He got in a fight recently. I bet you didn't even know that. Damn it, is this the full clip though?
Yeah, give me that. Hey, hold on, security. Wait, hold on, security. Hold on. Hey, y'all boy. Hold on now, hold on. Relax.
no, let him go.
Let him go. Whoa, hold on.
Whoa, hey, yo. So for those of you that do not know, for those of you that don't know, this guy right here, because I saw this clip before, he walked up to Fleece and he said, I'm the new booty warrior. He said, I'm the new booty warrior. He said, I'm going to take your butt. He said, you going to take my what? Yo, look what he doing when he get up.
Hold on, relax.
No, let him go.
Let him go.
Look what he grabbing. Oh, my. Nicole said, yeah, we watched the whole 3-hour-long episode of this. But why? Why y'all waste y'all time watching this? But why though? Oh boy. Anyway. Jesus Christ. Oh, totally forgot to mention. Like I said, no pressure. Obviously, I mean, if you want to, cool. If not, whatever. If you want to pop up on the stream, go ahead and click the link that's pinned in the goddamn comments. But we are going to watch the next video, and this video is an Abba and Preach video that I think Blue Eagle posted. Blue Eagle, I think you posted this one. This says, prankster loses his life and man gets arrested. Oh, is this about the dude in Virginia? It's funny, I'm from Virginia.
For the first time since he was arrested for
All right, I want to cover this one.
For the first time since he was arrested for second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and firearms charges, Tyler Chase Butler faced a judge this morning. The 27-year-old is ordered to stay in jail without bond after he was accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Massaponack High senior Michael Bosworth.
Give a male the gunshot wound to the chest.
The sheriff's office says Butler fired shots at Bosworth and 2 other teenagers because he thought they were breaking into his house along Mackenzie Lane in Fredericksburg. It happened around 3 a.m. Saturday. Here's neighbor Maria Sedlak.
I just woke up and the house was flashing with blue lights.
I never understand why they do these interviews if it's so useless.
Right.
They ask the neighbor, like, oh, what do you know? It's like, I woke up and there was flashing lights. Yeah, it's a murder investigation, bitch. I know you're going to see cops.
Right.
They're just going to add a little bit something for razzle-dazzle. You know what razzle-dazzle is?
Court documents reveal a much different story. They say the 2 other teens who survived claimed they were playing the
Fredericksburg, VA.
Ding Dong Ditch Challenge. It's a TikTok prank where kids try to kick a stranger's front door and run away.
Y'all gotta stop these fucking pranks, bro. This prank literally got this kid unalived. ding dong ditching prank. You trying to kick somebody's door. I don't blame him for shooting. He probably genuinely thought somebody was trying to break into his goddamn house. But you know what? I wonder, though, because this is Virginia that we talking about. Virginia is a commonwealth, has very weird, annoying laws. If he was running away and he still shot him, then yeah, he probably gonna go to jail.
That's not what ding dong ditch is. Ding dong ditch is like, as you say in the
You ring the doorbell and you run. That's what ding dong ditching is.
In the title, you ding dong and you ditch.
Yeah.
Kicking the door in.
Stop. We have to talk about something. Did y'all just rebrand Nikki 9 Door?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
Nikki 9 Door thing is really it depends of where you are. Some people call it Nikki 9 Door. Some people call it Ding Dong Ditch. Depending of where you are, you have different names.
I didn't know that. Nikki 9 Door. What the fuck is that? Knock knock ginger for the UK.
It was Ding Dong Ditch, but you ding dong.
Okay,
and you ditched.
My apologies.
And you ditched.
According to the detective, he and his friends had hit a couple of doors in the neighborhood. The juvenile is not familiar with the neighborhood that they were in. The juvenile said as they were running from a residence, he and his friends were shot at.
Did they kick on your door, do you know?
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, he might be cooked, unfortunately, because they were running away. Damn.
Northern hours.
But you know
and
down
other
here.
neighbors, yes.
The case has sparked a big debate in the Spotsylvania community.
I just feel like it was very unfortunate
Right,
all the way
say it
around.
right.
I feel sorry for the parents, but I also feel sorry for my neighbors. If someone came, kicking on my door, like front door, back door, wherever door, we will have been protecting our house too.
Bosworth's family didn't want to go on camera, but his stepfather tells WSA 9 he was a kid who loved to play lacrosse. He was getting ready to graduate with aspirations of joining the U.S. Marine Corps.
Butler now has a preliminary hearing scheduled in June. He was assigned a public defender this morning. Meantime, friends of Michael Bosworth held a vigil for him last night with the message, "Justice for Mikey."
Justice for Mikey? This man was playing a very dangerous game here. Kicking people's doors. Playing ding dong ditch at 3 a.m. And now y'all saying justice for Mike? What justice? He literally put this on himself. The leopard ate my face, guys. His own, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this happened, but his own actions led up to this situation. What are you talking about? Justice? Justice for who? You did that dumb shit. You did something fucking stupid. A prank. Kicking down people's doors. It's 3 a.m. I'm going to assume that you're breaking into my goddamn house too. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Wow.
Did they mention what time this happened at?
Good.
3 a.m.
No.
It happened around 3 a.m. Saturday. Here's neighbor Maria said.
No.
Free my nigga.
No,
Yes.
Free him.
Thank
3
you.
in the morning.
Free him. It's 3 in the morning. You're not even ding dong dishing. You're caving in people's door. What's up?
Okay. You guys said free him, or the people who were saying a vigil, justice for him. He already got his justice. You fucking dumbass.
3 in the morning.
You're a fucking dumbass. No. This is not a prank. It is not a prank to run up to people, brandish a knife, terrorize them, and run off for TikTok. That's not a prank. That's a crime. Okay? You guys went in this neighborhood and you terrorized people in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of you guys watching it from different parts of the world. Maybe crime levels where you're at are reasonable. In North America, where a lot of these break-ins happen and people are held at gunpoint, this is not something you play with, right? The same way I wouldn't go to Israel, start brandishing certain insignias and talk about death to some people.
Exactly.
Different contexts, different cultures are going to have different sensibilities. North America, unfortunately, is just a place where a lot of this crime is commonplace. And especially in certain places, you see it on the news every day. This person was broken into, and people, like, I know so many people in my own life who've had their cars broken into, who've had their homes broken into, and what they'll tell you is it scarred them. It scarred them because you no longer feel safe in a lot of aspects, especially.
Yes. I mean, of course, if somebody breaks into your house, your place of sanctity and peace, yes, you feel, it's like you feel violated. You're not going to feel the same after that. I can only imagine.
When it's your home, if you got kids and shit, that'll change you completely.
Right, Chris.
I know people who've literally sold houses and moved to different areas because they couldn't handle what had happened to them. So these kids playing this prank, that's fucked up. Even if he don't get shot, it's so fucked up what they doing in the middle of the night.
3
Think about
a.m.
the terror that they're living with, not knowing what had happened. If they don't know it's a prank, they might think somebody's trying to break in. You might be affecting them permanently from that point on. So no, this is not a prank.
Also, matter of fact, let's turn the conversation on its head. What if this was somebody that served, you know, in the goddamn military? What if this is somebody with PTSD, and you kicking down their door, and then they shoot you? Like, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just like, why would you go this far for a fucking prank? Why would you do something so stupid for a fucking prank? Kicking at 3 a.m.? This may be a different story. Maybe a different story if you do this in the morning or something, but 3 a.m. is crazy. And why are you trying to tear? People are trying to sleep.
The kid got shot. I don't give a fuck. Do I feel bad? No. Do I feel good about it? No, either. Because it's not good that some kids died and people were traumatized. But I told y'all this before. A lot of people are going to have to die for something to happen about these stupid pranks.
Agreed.
And when they do, I will not feel bad at all. Why? Because I think it's going to serve as a lesson for other people. And all you people f***ing around with people in their day-to-day lives, when it happens to you, you ain't never going to see me feel bad. Not a chance. 3 in the morning, crack of dawning, and I'm yawning.
I got questions.
God, I just want you to do a couple rounds.
I got questions.
'Cause I got this vest on. I got my bad boy on.
Can I ask my questions?
Whoa.
If you haven't graduated for high school yet, what the fuck are you doing outside at 3 a.m.?
That's a great question.
What the fuck are you doing
That's a
outside
wonderful question.
at 3 a.m.?
My bad.
Before you get shot.
I'm stupid.
3 a.m., you haven't graduated high school.
What a good question.
You're gallivanting in a neighborhood you don't know.
Yeah.
Kicking people's door in.
Thanks.
I want to know.
I got questions.
I got questions too. I want to know who was the dumbass that came up with this idea. Who said, "Hey, dude, let's go kick people's doors at 3 a.m. and scare." Like, who the fuck said that? Who?
Weekday? If it's a weekday, that's wild.
I got questions.
That is, yeah.
Is school out?
No. For summer? No. Not yet. Even on a weekend. It's 3 in the morning. What are you doing? Upagin Kai?
That's a good question, bro. You got any more good questions? I should have thought of that.
Yeah, but you were too busy being mad. So, but I understand why you're mad.
True. Okay. What are the good questions you got?
Where are your parents at? Have you been to Virginia?
I've been to the DMV a few times.
There's some places that, you know.
I don't even think that really matters.
Oh, but it does. Oh, abba, zabba. Woo. Oh, but it does. I am from Virginia. It matters. Because to be fair, I don't even know if I can make that argument because it seems like they were running away. But Virginia especially, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be hard for him to get off. It's going to be very hard. He needs a very good lawyer.
People even in rural areas sometimes have their places broken into. Depending on where you're at, what suburbs is a thing. Listen, people own guns for a reason.
I got a
shit in
question.
Petersburg.
That's a good question. What is the gun laws in Virginia?
You can own. You're allowed to carry.
Yeah.
Because that would have been to me the problem there.
No, he's not being charged for that.
But you're not being charged for that.
Also, Virginia isn't like a stand your ground law either.
Yeah. I will say
ding dong ditching, and it's not even including a ding dong. You're caving people's door
Richmond,
in.
Sandy.
Yeah.
And you're appalled at the fact that you got shot at and died.
Yeah. And not only are they terrorizing people, but they're also profiting from it. Get fucked. You should never be allowed to make money that way, in my opinion. You cannot take away people's safety or sense of safety and then think you can just walk off with that and make as much money as you want. Get fucked.
To all the friends of that guy, well, welcome to the real world whenever you do something, there's consequences.
Facts.
You guys are no longer cute no more. You understand what I'm saying? You was a kid, that was cute, but you're no longer that. You're welcome to adulthood. Whenever you're gonna do something, there's gonna be repercussion and there's gonna be things that are gonna happen. Okay? You cannot cave someone's door in at 3 in the morning, not expect some fuck shit to happen.
He is a lacrosse player, though.
And?
From what I understand, those people are immune to consequences.
Okay, let's look at this really quick because Abba low-key got a point here. My dad is a lawyer. The white fraternity. The boat. Oh my, the shoes, yes. This is the starter pack. He not wrong. Oh, you was born in the West End, saying that's what's up.
How? Explain yourself.
I was technically born in Henrico.
Essentially, from what I understand, the moment you play lacrosse, life's just easier.
No. Anyways, yeah, I don't care. I don't really feel no type of way. I don't have sympathy for that. You fucked up in a big time.
The desire. Oh, you in Chesterfield? Damn, small world, bro. It's the desire to move to Colorado. That is funny, but Nicole, I love Colorado. I ain't gonna hold you. Colorado is dope. I love Colorado. It's one of my favorite states. I visited there and it was great. I don't want to fucking go to Denver, but I loved Colorado, man. And Colorado got some, you already know what I'm about to say. Because you white. Oh, I forgot. You right.
Of you being gone for such a dumb shit.
Here's a real injustice. Some man sitting in jail. That's a real injustice.
Yeah. But
it is
really,
crazy to me. And that his only mistake was shooting a white person. I think. That's what I think. I'm going to say.
If we got time, Terrence.
I think with all the stand your ground shit that I've seen, all the self-defense cases I've seen in the States, the fact that this man's sitting in jail, and here's like the only circumstance I could ever see where you make me feel like maybe he's supposed to stay in jail. If he popped open the door, saw them running and started shooting, maybe. But from what I understand, he shot them through the door, which means that they were banging on the door. He heard them. And
damn, that's a different story then. If they were banging on the door and he shot through the door and he didn't know if they were running away or not, that's a different story. Yo, with a good lawyer, he can most definitely get off. Dead ass. That's a different story.
Started shooting, not knowing that maybe he got their back. But listen, I'll wait to hear more details, but this makes me think of that prankster that got shot up in the mall. And then when I saw what happened, I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Nope. This is very
Matter of fact, I think that shit happened in Tyson's Corner. What is going on in Virginia?
A lot of you need to do some finding out. Absolutely.
Yes.
Get shot.
If the guy that shot Trevor Martin is out,
George Zimmerman.
Yeah, get that other person out.
It's also important to note different states, different laws.
Yep, 100%.
You know, so that is a factor. But again, to me, this looks like textbook self-defense, and I'm cool with it. So I'd be curious to see. I'll do follow-ups on this. But again, more pranksters need to go permanently. Oh, but this is a kid. Yeah, well, kids shouldn't do really stupid fucking adult things. It is not a kid thing to do to kick in random people's door. He did it in a neighborhood he don't fucking know either.
I had a fit.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was at a party at some point and some kid was playing with a toy gun. And I had a fit because that kid was brandishing the gun and pointing at me and clicking it. And I was like, yo, no. I don't know what the hell you think it is, but this not it, boy. This not him, my boy.
What kind of toy gun we talking?
The tip was not out.
Oh, so you couldn't tell it's
no.
Okay,
you could
damn.
tell.
Now I understand. I thought you were looking at like a Nerf gun or some shit. I'm like, nigga, you do too much. My bad. You're right.
You couldn't tell. I was like, yo, don't. I didn't crash out, but I was like, yo, what are you doing?
Okay.
Don't do.
Fun fact. If I give my future child, any type of toy gun, it is going to look like a toy. And even then, you're not allowed to take that shit outside the house because we know how this goes.
Stuff like that. And I was calling the kid, and the parents were there. Like, what happened? Yeah, but it's just a toy. It's just the parents were like, it's just a toy. It's just like, nah.
Teach them good habits.
No, good habits. You don't point. It's not a game for everybody. You don't know what people went through. You don't know. You don't want, and you can't tell it's a gun.
I'm
the one. You're just consider yourself lucky that it's not a policeman patrolling the hood that feels some type of way. Don't know who or what age they got guns.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, and then now you're gonna do that? No, please, no, stop.
And people, I think, preach is overreacting.
No, not at all.
It's a shocking standoff between deputies and two brothers armed with a loaded gun.
I saw this shit. I was gonna make a video about this shit. That's exactly, Preach is Preach is preaching, because I saw this shit and I totally forgot about this video. I was like, wow, apparently these kids have I don't know if it's a toy gun or an actual gun, but the cops cannot tell. So they're like, drop it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yo! Get that shit off my face, bro! I saw this.
Let it play. Let it play. Let it play. Let it play.
Just go ahead and drop that.
Put it down, babe. Go ahead and put it down.
Where are your parents?
Okay?
You're not in trouble, but you have to drop that and come talk to us, all right?
See if there's a magazine inside the magazine well.
Put it down, baby.
They're playing with the gun back and forth. The one in the blue is trying to take it from the one in the orange.
Put it down, baby.
Just drop it, buddy.
Put it down, babe. You're okay. Put it down,
And
okay?
now
The fact that they are not listening is actually fucking crazy.
kid in the blue and green has a firearm.
I need you to put it down, baby.
Fuck, I don't want to do that. Just wait. Let's try to keep talking with them.
Hit the wall.
I want you to hit the wall.
Hey, just keep it down.
Sean.
I want you to hit the wall or hit the fence.
It's gonna hit the wall.
Come on, Sean. Let's listen, okay, babe? We don't want to hurt you, honey.
Sean, this isn't a game no more. We're not playing a game right now. This is serious.
40 going out.
This blew my mind, because I'm like, when I was a kid, I listened to adults. If they said I needed to drop something, I would drop it. So that's why I'm like, what the fuck?
40.
And look how he's holding it.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it, Sean! Load another one. Load another one. Drop it now! You're gonna get hit! Drop it! Drop it, both of you.
I don't even have the gun. I don't have the gun.
Get over here.
The 9-year-old responds by raising the gun and taking aim at the deputies. Officers say he actually...
You fucking dummy. Even at his age, I knew not to do this. That is fucking crazy. You know what? I wonder if their skin was a little darker, if they would have been as patient. But that is fucking insane. He's literally pointing it at the... wow.
Actually pulled the trigger, but thank goodness the gun malfunctioned.
This could have turned out in the worst nightmare.
It was a real gun?
For the whole nation, for those deputies.
It's real.
They're still reeling and having to deal with this, that they might have had to use deadly force in a 7 and a 9-year-old.
And there's so many parents I've seen have unsecured firearms with their kids. You actually hear stories about kids who go into their mom's purse, grab the gun, and then go to school with it and play around, and then they get confiscated. God forbid they shot somebody. And that's also happening too. So there's plenty of people who are irresponsible with gun ownership and around kids. So I understand what you're saying in that regards.
I've got questions.
No, I got them too.
7-year-old pointing the gun at the
Who are your
I don't know how to
parents?
collect myself to ask those questions, but you probably have the same questions as me, so I'll digress. I'll just keep on going.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to do this video about this prankster. You know what I mean? We're going to keep covering these people. Every time they pass, we're going to talk about it. We're going to spread some information, because all these stupid fucking TikTok trends need to end in the way that they're happening. There's probably some safe ways to do this. If you want to do this prank, maybe do it during the day. Don't kick in people's door at any time. But we need to get to a point now where if people are going to be doing these trends and their crimes, we need to pass legislation. There has to be some change to it. And I think that's coming down the pipeline.
Like damn, Trump just passed a deep fake bill, which I think is great. Like, you cannot do deep fakes and make corn out of it. Wonderful. I agree with that. This needs to be the next one, because I agree.
I truly believe. I think social media companies need to be held accountable.
Yes.
Because their algorithms are promoting this stuff. It should be illegal for them to do that.
And you're paying people to do that.
Especially for TikTok, which is geared to young people and very influential on them. It should be a mandatory thing where they don't allow this stuff to spread.
Yes. So you got killed over a trend. Like, you're giving incentive for people to do those fuck shit things. So yes, they should definitely be held accountable for that. Ugh.
Let us know what.
Getting unalived because of a TikTok trend is the craziest thing. You don't need me to. All right, I'll bang it. I'll bang it. To the parents, jail. Do better. Raise your kids better. That is so fucking stupid. Going back to the kids that had an actual real gun and pointing it, and they were pointing it at the cops, that's fucking crazy to me. That's so crazy. Where are your parents? Even the ding dong ditching. The hell was that? Let's see.
Hi.
Even then. Hi. Oh, real quick. We have somebody that popped up, and let's see. Hold on. Let me pull you up here really quick. One sec. My bad. I did not expect for the audio to just scare the shit out of me like that. Let's see. Let's bring you in here. Let me copy and paste your stuff. Where are you? There you are. Property.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Oh, you should be popping up here.
Yeah, that video with the ding dong. Yeah, because I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina, and I went to high school in Newport News, Virginia.
Okay.
But like you said, VA. When it comes to the gun, VA don't play.
They don't.
But the 3 a.m, someone banging on my door. Yeah, as a military veteran, and yeah, PTSD.
See,
that's a whole.
Thank you.
And that's not gonna, because the young guy that did it, because I'm gonna throw the race card in it, because the kid was white that was banging on the door, and the guy who shot him, as we see, is black. I know everybody's like, why is it got to be about race? Yes, a lot of things. This day and age, it's about race, because I'm gonna be 51 the end of July.
I hear you.
So, and I thank God grew up in a time where there was no social media, no nothing. I grew up during a time where my dad had 2 shotguns. He kept those 2 shotguns in the back of his closet.
Before you say anything else, you knew not to touch them, didn't you?
Exactly. And he never had them locked to where he knew me and my mom was not going to touch them.
Right.
Now, we knew where they were. God forbid if somebody tries to break into the house, we know where to get them, but I knew not to touch them.
Right.
Because, but I tell you, this day and age, the kids today, I'm like, the kids today and the young adults today, y'all could not survive the time that I grew up, like early 80s, early 90s.
Oh, no.
Some of the things that we went through growing up, man, like, it's like this day and age, everything is extra sensitive.
Yeah.
Like I had some military friends and some of my army buddies. They's like, Sandy, now they got stress cards in the basic training. I'm like, wait, excuse me, what?
Huh? Interesting.
Stress cards? What?
Stress cards
in the military? In basic training. And I tell people, if you want to go into the military, if you're sensitive to someone screaming in your face, and I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, I'm your entire family,
you ain't gonna make it.
You get out of basic training, don't join. Because if you're not used to someone screaming in your face and cussing at you in your face, it's not for you.
I could not agree more. Agree more.
Like, I traveled to, for Christmas, I went to go visit my mom for Christmas and New Year's.
Uh-huh.
And on my way, I saw, the Army, they were in their uniforms on their way to, on their way home for the holiday season. And I tell them, I was like, use the military as the military uses you. I was sitting next to some. I was like, hey, use them like they used you. My dad, may he rest in peace, used the military like they used him. He was a cook in the military. I'm second generation Navy. My father, he was Navy.
Okay.
A cook in the Navy. So guess what? The Navy, while he was active duty, sent him to culinary school, Johnson and Wales. He got his degree from Johnson and Wales. After he retired from the military, he went and got his we call it, for those who are in the chat, if you're former military, we call it, when we get out the military, we call it our, excuse my language, bullshit degree.
Nah, go ahead. Yeah.
Our bullshit degree, our BS degree. Because what I advise anybody that's in the process of either they're in the military now, get your whatever your career is that you want to, before you get out, whatever you want your career to be while you're active duty, get it now while you're active duty. Make them pay for the schooling. Use your GI Bill for, we call it a hobby or your bullshit degree. Like my dad, when he got out, he got his career degree, Johnson and Wales degree for culinary.
Right.
When he got out, he got his degree in electronics. He built like one of the TVs we had growing up. My dad built that whole entire TV.
Crazy. But yeah, I mean, look, I hear you. Just to bring it back. Yeah, I made the point of just saying, like, what if somebody had PTSD? I don't know if this situation would have would have resulted somebody possibly being put in jail. I don't know, but I feel like even if they did go to jail, they would have a solid defense, because you kicking down somebody's door at 3 a.m.
Yeah, PTSD is different levels. And going back to what I'm talking earlier about what was it that you had on? Because I had walked in, I think y'all were talking about Kanye.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to say, here's my point on this one. He didn't start going downhill until his mother passed.
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. I think that's the genuine consensus.
And here's what I
General
think.
Consensus.
He never really touched on that. I don't think he really healed or really mourned like you normally mourned from that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean,
I think he lost it when his mother passed. Because after that, it's not, when his mother passed, that wasn't the same Kanye.
I honestly, I would have to agree with you. And I mean, but he kind of did address it in like, in 808's Heartbreak, kind of. But he's mentioned it, but you're right. Maybe he didn't grieve. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
That's how I feel. I'm like, and I don't know if he has any family members on her side of the family that, like, has anybody on her side of the family sat him down, was like, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
Oh,
I can tell you,
for sure. Yes, a lot of that has went around. A lot of those conversations, 1,000%. Yeah, because I mean, at one point, I mean, Ye even admitted that Kim K had a conversation with him and was like, "Yo, you messing up the money? Like, what are you talking about? Like, all that aside, like you messing with the money." So they most definitely had conversations with that. But anywho, look, I thank you so much for popping in on stream. I'm sorry, I didn't even catch your name. What's your name?
I'm here as Sandy, Navy veteran.
Sandy, shout out to Sandy. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I know you don't follow this, but I know you were talking about one of the pranksters, Johnny Somali.
Oh yeah, no, I've been following it. Yeah, I just don't know what happened as of recent, but
okay, as of recently, He had his trial date May 16th.
Okay.
So
is he is he going to jail?
So he has another court date.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he could.
Because some more charges tacked on. So this court date, so he has now pled guilty to 5 charges.
Oh yeah, he's cooked then.
He pled not guilty to the deep fake charges, which is the judge even asked the defense attorney, hey, do you have any proof of his innocence? The defense attorney's like, no. How can you prove your innocence when you live stream yourself just showing
it's too much. Honestly, it's too much evidence against him. But when he does, so I briefly followed it. I do have videos relating to the topic, but yeah, as soon as he gets sentenced, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on it.
So according to Legal Mindset is this what he's the vlogger that he's an American lawyer that lives in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
He has a team that's in Korea that actually covers it, that actually goes into the that went into the court and everything that covers it. So as of now, he's pled guilty to 5 charges. He pled not guilty to 2 of both the deep fake charges. Now the deep fake charges, if he is found guilty, once he's found guilty, that's you're going to jail, do not pass go. That's a mandatory jail sentence. If he gets the max, he's looking at 10.5 for both the deep fakes.
Oh yeah.
So according to Legal Mindset, if South Korea gives him the maximum, he's looking at 36 years.
Okay, so
Max.
so just to wrap things up, it sounds like either way to me, he's going to jail.
He's going to get probably about 5, maybe a couple of years, but
hey,
point blank, he's getting jail.
And you know what? He deserves it. But look, I want to thank you once again. We have somebody else that popped up in the room. I appreciate you, Sandy, and thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much. Thank you. You have a good one, all right? Thank you. Let's see. Hold up. Let me get you in here, brother. Real quick. Where is it? There you are. All right, we have somebody else that popped up. Let's see. There we go. What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Say something.
Hey, so can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, bro. What's going on, man? What's your name?
Chris.
Shout out to Chris. I appreciate you, bro. What's up? What's going on?
It's all good. Happy birthday to you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Well, let's see. Just two things I want to bring up, I guess, with that guy defending his property.
Yeah.
I say we start a GoFundMe for that guy and just watch them races pretty much go. We better defend justice.
You know what?
For that.
I'm curious. I would be very surprised if he already didn't have a GoFundMe, to be honest with you. What's the brother's name again?
Tyler Butler.
GoFundMe. He has to have something. There's no way, because everybody. Let's see. Tyler. I actually don't see anything. That's crazy. No, I will say, somebody needs to raise some sort of money from, because that's ridiculous. You kicking down somebody's door, yeah, somebody's gonna think you're breaking in. I think the shots are justified.
I'm not even a veteran or whatnot, but I have a lot of PTSD because one I'm from Alabama, which is like the number 4 murder capital I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, the number 4 murder capital in the South. Like if you're pacifying in a Glock, you out of your mind at this point.
Dang. Okay, I hear you. No,
yeah, 1, 2. Had my house broken in while I wasn't even home. Been robbed at gunpoint when I was at work.
Damn. At work, damn, you can't even go to work without getting robbed or at gunpoint. Damn.
It was the time while I was working. I was a pizza delivery guy at that time, and what?
Damn, you would expect for them to have respect for the pizza, man. Shit.
Shit, this Alabama, man. It's gully out here. You feel me?
Nah, bro, I believe you, and I ain't gonna lie. Don't want to go there. Never. Alabama is one of those places where I have absolutely no interest of going at all.
Hey, it's Southern hospitality, but one thing for sure, when it's like St. Louis, Detroit, or Compton, or something like that,
yeah,
you better be ready for some smoke. I'll tell you that much. Second, I know a lot of folks in the chat this might be a hot take, and a lot of people disagree with it, but I'm about to give a little heat in the chat, I guess, and say some stuff that Hassan Packer say I do kind of agree with, and I think we can do overblow.
Okay, no, I don't think a lot of the people in the chat will disagree with you, because even me personally, like there is some stuff that Hassan says that I could get behind, like that I agree with, but I don't think everything that he says is bullshit, but he most definitely has his moments for sure.
Yeah, like for example, like whenever one time he was on TYT News saying that America I guess deserved 9/11, and I would say
I don't know about that one.
Hold on, I would say, let me hear it now for a second. I would say about 50-50 to a degree, because not because we intended to. It's not like saying we intended to deserve it. It's more so the case like the fact that our American arrogance and ignorance is really baffling.
So are you saying when he says that he's making the argument that our actions basically led up to 9/11? Is that what you're saying? And
No,
I'm reaching here. I am fucking Mr. Fantastic.
No, it's not our actions. It's more so like our hubris, our ego, if you will. Think about it for a sec. Like, out of all the countries in the world, we're the one that constantly says we're the greatest country in the world, knowing damn well we have flaws.
I mean, no,
we got veterans,
yeah, but
who homeless in the street. We got numerous race issues. We can't even buy proper gun control. Canada whooping our ass in healthcare. Like, come on.
But I will say, even with having that hubris and having that cocky attitude, I cannot sit here and confidently say that we deserve 9/11 because of it. So
I didn't say.
Oh no. I'm talking about Hassan. I'm talking about Hassan, like specifically. That's so.
I'm not saying as if we don't. I don't think you really meant like that. Also, I think it's more so like we should kind of like to a degree like see it coming, because most of the time like we prop ourselves up as like this Goliath that can't be touched, along with the likes of China and all the superpowers. But we at the same time, in the same breath, think that like what we shouldn't even be bothered to help other countries and in Ukraine for that matter. And
okay, so I will see now. I will say this new this new party, this new president, because these are not just. Okay, what's in the White House right now is not necessarily just Republicans. It's MAGA, right? Because
funny you mentioned him, right?
Huh?
Funny you mentioned him, right? The guy bringing the quote unquote when he was on that date, what cabinet?
Yeah,
it's the same cabinet that can't even realize don't keep a journalist to report.
I agree.
Private.
Wholehearted. I agree.
American hubris, right? That's our American humor.
But-
We think we untouchable.
But when I say
free.
right, but when I say what I say when I say this is a different type of cabinet, this is a different type of Republican, I will say that it got worse. Like, I understand what you're saying when we always had the American pride, we're the best country in the world, we have this, we have that, we can't be touched. I feel like that intensified times 20 with this new presidency.
Hell, we can't even say the full on American anthem without even we constantly whitewash it and every time we say it, because we fail to mention the fact that it has slavery and praisement in it. So I mean, you see what I mean by American hubris? We just think our shit just don't smell.
Yeah, I just in terms of 9/11, I cannot in good faith ever just say that maybe we deserved it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
in good faith, I
agree.
can't. I cannot.
But I will give him an inch to say, like, hubris is crazy.
I mean, no, sure, that I could potentially. I mean, yeah, you're not necessarily wrong, but no, I hear you. But thank you so much for popping in, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You have a good one.
You too.
All right. Well, if no one else is popping in, chat, I appreciate you guys for calling in. Thank you so much. I will most definitely leave this as an option. I'll most definitely leave this as an option each time I stream. And if you guys want to call in, by all means. Oh, there is one more video that we got to watch. We're going to watch this one video, and then I'm going to dip out. This is only a 3-minute long video. Sandra actually posted this. This is a song, apparently. And I'm very interested in this because this is a white man. And apparently this song is called Give a Nigga a Break. Can't make this up. Let's listen.
I've been working a long time now. I've been working for free. Don't nobody around this town give a damn about me. I've been slaving away all my life.
Hearing a white man say I've been slaving away my own life is kind of fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Tulu whipping the chain.
Oh, God.
And lately I can't help but feeling like I'm going insane. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
I don't know if... hold up. Before I say what I am going to say, let me look at the comments. As a nigga who needs a break, I support this. He sang that shit from his soul. My public defender while I'm looking at 25 to life. My public defender while I'm looking at 25. Yo. Oh my gosh. He sung this with his whole spirit. He put his N-word pass application online for peer review and it got approved. By whom? By whom? Just because I'm laughing it doesn't necessarily mean I think that you should be able to say this, but I ain't gonna lie. Shit is fun. Why did he really sit down and write this song out? Like, did he put this in his phone? How did he write this song? That is so crazy. It's so much passion. I can't even blame him. How much more can I take? Some poetic shit. This man ending racism. You know what? I don't know who this guy is. But I'm not gonna lie. Hearing a white man say give a nigga a break is crazy. Let's listen to the rest, shall we?
I just married my beautiful wife, and I can't pay the bill, and I just wanna buy her a house out in Beverly Hills. How the fuck did I not be on yet? Almost 30 years old. How the fuck did I not be so hot? When a nigga this cold, give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
Oh.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break.
Chat.
How much more can I take? Give a nigga a
Chat.
I've been down on my luck.
Chat. Look, I'm sorry. This shit funny. This shit crazy. You know what it is for me? It is the confidence. He is so confident when he is using this word. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie, chat. I can't be mad because he using it correctly too. He using it I can't be mad. And the fact that he put so much effort into this shit is crazy.
How the fuck you got yours when I ain't got mine? Can't you see that I'm not doing fine?
Also, I think I'm not bothered by this because it's not malicious. It's really not.
Give a nigga a break.
Fucking hilarious.
Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break.
He's still going, chat.
Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take?
He look like he could be a relative, Terrence. He can legitimately play. What the hell? And he was so goddamn serious. So serious. This man was singing from the absolute depths of his heart. How can I say anything? How can I say anything? I can't. I cannot. Wow. Appreciate you, Sandra. I can't even be mad. I can't be mad. He was using it correctly. He was singing it from his goddamn soul. Anyway, what a fun stream. I appreciate you guys, man. Oh, God. Oh, 24-hour stream. Look, forever. Look. I have to have a good cause as to if I do that again, all right? I have to have a good cause. That was rough. I may do it again at some point this year. I don't know. I really don't know. But that is rough. I may do it again around the holiday because I'm gonna have time to. So I may. I don't know. I may need a guest though, so I can like bounce off of somebody. But that was so hard. Yes, Moosey, you are always invited on the streams. You know that. But shout out to everybody that popped up on the stream, man. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that donated, that gave me a super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one. I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, man, thank you again. Peace.